That's right. It begins now.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We're in it.
The Great
We're
48.
in it. The Great 48.
What the hell are you wearing?
This is my donut. My donut. I keep forgetting what it's called. Donut.
It's a romper.
Romper. But it's a woman's romper. I ordered it online, and it's a female style.
You look like one of those professional bicyclists.
Yeah. It's a little tight. It's a little snug.
It's very tight.
You
yeah.
look like you've only been cycling to the buffet.
It's been it's a woman's romper. And I gotta tell you, it feels great.
You don't need that shirt on underneath.
I know. I got dressed so quick in the bathroom. Salespeople are walking in. My ass is hanging out.
That's a great look.
Yeah, we got Jbird doing the tour to food here. We're going to be kicking that off. Donut Rompers going on. KVJ TV is fired up on YouTube. You can go and watch that. We've got the donations that are already starting to roll in, and it was really awesome that people jumped on it early to kind of give us a little bit of money to start off with as we try to do $100,000. That is the statement that we're trying to make, and I feel like we're all in it together. You know, I feel like this is something can we see as a community right here in South Florida between Miami-Dade to Fort Lauderdale and Palm Beach and the Treasure Coast. Can we all get together and get $100,000 together to make a real difference? And this is just really one of the first steps. Last week we got your Dorian supplies. Today we're going to start getting some cash, and then we're really going to start focusing on West End there, on the western end of Grand Bahama, and we're going to see what we can do as just a KVJ nation to rebuild that town, get them back up on their feet. And we'll see. Today it begins, and it does begin with $2,972. That's what we got right now with 25 donors.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, we started it off. We were afraid. We were talking a couple of days ago. What if we only get $700? We already passed it, baby.
Yeah, I know. So already I'm like, okay, we're right creeping up on $3,000.
And thank you to Little Smiles, because without the infrastructure of a legitimate 501c3, we wouldn't be able to offer all of you tax receipts. So your donation is tax deductible, and that's different from a lot of the fundraising going on. You can actually get a tax donation receipt for what you give to this whole campaign.
So here we go. This is hour one. It just begins. We've got 48 left.
Less than.
You're right. By 3 minutes. We're going to hear a lot of powerful stories. We're also going to be talking to a lot of people who are doing amazing things to help out people in the Bahamas, and realizing that, hey, if we went through this, we would hope that somebody would come to our aid and rescue.
Amen.
And try to build up our community. Todd McDermott is going to be coming here in just a couple of minutes. WPBF TV 25 in just a second.
And Todd we trust.
We're going to hear his stories. He's actually been over there. He has been really looking, seeing exactly what is going on the ground. So we will get with him coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Well, here we go. Kicking off the KVJ 48 hours to rebuild the Bahamas. We're all set. We're still on KVJ TV. You can watch us on YouTube. It's going to be breaking up that way, getting the donations in here. This is hour one of this. It's very simple to do. You just text KVJ Bahamas to 44321 to donate. Different amounts get you different things. Shout-outs are $50. You get the song request for $100. Come in, hang out for $150. So that's just some of the standard stuff we have. For businesses, we have a silver donation of $1,000 where we'll chat you up a little bit. Thank you on our website. Gold donation gets $5,000 for an on-air mention. Plus, you get mentioned on our Facebook and Instagram. We'll give you a whole post on there. And for $10,000, our platinum donation, you get an in-studio interview and a social media post.
Nice.
That's how we're breaking it all down. Got to say thank you very much to Todd McDermott and WPBF TV 25. Appreciate you guys promoting this event like what you're doing and helping us kind of get a head start on this. He is in here right now, and he's seen the action. He's been there in it. Welcome, Todd.
Thank you. And listen, we really appreciate what you're doing. Everybody is coming together on this. And you know that we should, full disclosure, you're all friends of mine.
Yes, we are.
We like you.
I don't see you much anymore since I have two little girls.
Two babies.
Yeah.
That'll mess up your social life.
No, I have a social life. It's just within the walls of my home.
Yay!
It involves a lot of Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Shake it off.
And dancing, and there's no video of that, so don't ask. But, I've been listening this morning, and you've made the point, and and it needs to be re-emphasized, even though people know. I think the main thing is nobody's coming to help these people except us. And when I went into a neighborhood, in Freeport in the lowest income section. It's called Back of Town. There's downtown, and he kept saying back of town, and it wasn't easy to get there. But I said, have you seen anybody from the government? And no, they had not.
Wow.
And it had been, days and days. And I think everybody's seeing that. They see American news crews. They see volunteers arrive. I was on the Bahamas Paradise cruise ship that went to the Bahamas. It was the first ship to make port in Freeport.
Wow.
And when they took the water off and they started distributing it, and people weren't at the airport necessarily for the water. They had to take it out. They were the first people they had seen since the hurricane, other than their neighbors.
Wow.
Even the police officers. I was made acquaintance and became friends with a couple of cops there, and their homes were gone.
Wow.
And they were going in the office, and I said, "Well, how's the police station?" They said, "Well, it's the first floor flooded, and we had 30 or 31 squad cars, and now we have 8."
Wow.
And they were walking out in the in neck-deep water trying to rescue people.
This is the police that are out doing this.
The Freeport police. Yeah.
Now, what about security there? I've heard different conflicting stories. Some of them horrific, and some of them, it's not as bad as what you're hearing. But if the police are trying to rescue people and they've lost a majority of their fleet of patrol cars, what is it like with looting and lawlessness?
That's a very interesting question, and I talked to the police specifically about that. And they said some people will get desperate and take advantage, but they are the people you would expect.
Okay.
They wouldn't normally do that. I was in a neighborhood where people had nothing, and they weren't committing crimes. There was no widespread looting. I think there may have been some of that. I think that goes without saying that when the power goes out, there's a flood and windows break, that people go and I'm not going to justify looting, but I think people say, let's see if there's anything left from my family. I have kids.
Sure.
And we have to see what we can get out of this. On the other hand, he did say there's some people who would do anything, anytime, and this is an opportunity. But by and large, I didn't get that impression where we were, which is Grand Bahama, not the West End where you're talking about that town, but Freeport and outside Freeport. And it did not feel inherently dangerous in any way. And those people are trying to keep it together. And I will tell you, I've been to a lot of other disaster zones. Their attitude, their joy that they're alive, and their sense of community at this time is extraordinary. You can feel it. Just when we arrived, I thought, I wonder what they're going to think when we arrived, and it was just before sundown. We arrived in a pickup or an SUV, and they were welcoming. They're happy. They're there. They're not carefree and happy-go-lucky about this, but they have a positive attitude, and they appreciate our help more than you know. And they will say, please bring it to us. Tell your friends, tell your families, your companies, bring it to us. They did not want, and this is not a slam on the Bahamian government,
right?
But because the Bahamian government has had so much trouble getting any help to anybody,
yes,
they said, if you can get us water, if you can get us food, clothes, furniture, and I don't necessarily mean like big furniture, but something to sit on. I was watching, and I'm sorry, I'm doing all the talking.
It's fine.
No,
wow.
I'm captivated. I love hearing
like
this.
I've never done that in my life. When we came into that neighborhood, we drove up to a house, and there were about 4 young teenage boys, and they were dragging stuff out of the house. It was all the furniture, all the clothing, all the personal belongings, and they were piling them up in front because it was all ruined. It was all garbage. And I expected to see downtrodden. I expected to see great sadness. But that's not what I got. They welcomed us, and they said, "Where are you from?" They kind of figured it out very quickly. I mean, who looks more like a news anchor than me?
You guys.
You do. You have the look.
It's like as a mold you came out of.
And it's my real hair. But
Can't say that.
Your radio is different.
Okay.
Never mind. And we did not have a camera crew with us to go out into the neighborhood, but they freely talked about what was going on, and the impact was extraordinary because they were so open and so in need, not begging for it, but saying, the woman that you will hear in a moment said, "We are relying on you. We know who we have to rely on, and it's you all."
Yeah.
Which is us.
Right.
Well, and that's interesting. That is amazing, and it kind of lets you know as we do this that really it is us Floridians are taking the charge and trying to rebuild the Bahamas, and it's impressive. Already what has been done. I keep talking about this stat, but $3 million already in donations from Floridians, $11 million in resources have gone over there, and that's why we want to keep it going here. And we're trying to get $100,000 here in the next 48 hours.
Anything trickle in the last 10 minutes. I'm going to be that kid in the car. Are we there yet?
It's early.
It is early.
$3,107 right now after 29 donors that we've got.
Okay, it's on the uptick.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yes, it is.
Thank you to Tara. Thank you to Melissa. Thank you to Nancy and Tracy, who have recently donated KVJ Bahamas to 44321. You can send those in. Earmark them if you want by sending the text to us. We can do that as well. We've got Todd McDermott, WPBF TV 25, and more of his eyewitness stories that he got going over to the Bahamas coming up next.
Get the top 5 KVJ segments every single week delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the KVJ e-blast at kvjshow.com.
Hurricane Dorian sat over the Bahamas for 48 hours as a Category 5 storm and only moved 100 miles in that entire time.
Shock and horror.
Everything you had, everything's gone, everything.
To help them recover quicker, we are not going to end the KVJ show for 48 straight broadcast hours in an attempt to raise $100,000 cash.
They need to clean this stuff up, and in order for them to do that, the scent, all over, you have to evacuate the people because we can't breathe this thing in, man. Trust me.
Your donations will go directly to rebuilding a small town called West End, the oldest community on the Grand Bahama.
Everything, a lot of family live in these areas. They died. Nobody survived.
You can actually text and donate now. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. That's KVJ Bahamas to 44321 to donate right now. 48 hours of KVJ. Here we go. We're 23 minutes in. I want to say thank you so much to the 32 donors we've had already. $3,260. We're starting off here. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. So a good little start on our goal of $100,000. We're going to be raising here to rebuild the Bahamas. We've got Todd McDermott in here with us from WPBF TV 25. He has gotten there quickly. He's seen it with his own eyes as he went in on the first cruise ship into Freeport and talking about what you saw and the optimism that actually was going on there in Freeport was pretty amazing. But also, too, the other thing that I really took away from that is it seems like it is only really the Floridians, Americans, but really Floridians that are coming to the aid of the Bahamians right now.
I was struck by we were taken to the Grand Bahamas International Airport, which is in ruins. There are smashed planes. Many of us have seen the video by now. There are smashed planes. The terminal is blown apart.
Wow.
The hangars are crushed. But there were some planes there, and I asked, and they said that the Air Force had gotten in. The U.S. Air Force had gotten in. They were smaller aircraft, and they were off in the distance. I couldn't see what they were. They weren't C-5s or anything. I don't know if their airstrip is even intact to allow the landing of a large aircraft. But there were a couple of private aircraft, jets, and what we were looking at were the first private jets to land on Grand Bahama. They were private citizens, Floridians, delivering supplies and delivering doctors.
Okay.
Now that's an important point too. The whole medical issue there. I want to tell you the story. I when we got into port, When we arrived in port Friday morning, we left the Thursday night from the Port of Palm Beach on the Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line. It was the grand celebration, which is a party boat.
Normally.
Yeah, right.
It's not a party boat. There's 500 volunteers on it.
Which is great.
Yeah, and a whole hold full of supplies. A lot of water, cleaning supplies, flour, rice, things you wouldn't think of. Generators, tires, anything they could think of, people were sending. But when we got there and I got off, I looked over the top deck. There were several thousand people already lined up with U.S. passports and visas to get on that ship and get out of there.
Sure.
And I ran into a mother with 2 small children, and I talked to her. Her name was Michelle. And I said, what are you going to do? And she said, I need to get on. I'm a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
Now, she obviously grew up in the Bahamas. She has Bahamian accent, but she said, we need to get out of here. Our home is gone. I am a nurse, so I am an essential service, but the hospital where I work is gone.
Gone. Just
gone. And this is no environment for my children right now.
Yeah.
I need to get them out of here.
Right.
Now, there are thousands of people. Not only did I see thousands of people in line to try to get processed, and remember, the ship was going back that night. It was supposed to go back at 8 o'clock. We didn't push off again until midnight because they were processing people. I actually saw her at the Port of Palm Beach the next day.
Oh, that's cool.
She made it.
Oh, good.
And I tell you, I wondered about all the people I spoke with who were waiting. Will they have enough room on the ship? Do they have the proper paperwork? Will they get to the front of the line in time? And to see her arrive, and she has family here, was it was the best moment of this voyage for me, was seeing her and her 2 little children arrive and knowing they were going to be safe. And she said, I left my husband behind. He's going to take care of all the things that, and I think when we're in this 48 hours for you all, consider what life would be like for you. She said, I have to leave him behind because we have insurance and the cars that are gone, and we have to get documents, and we can't just get up and leave.
Right.
So she said she felt terrible leaving him behind, but she had to, and
You
at some
have
point
to.
he'll come.
Was that the ship where they had about 1,500 people on, and some people had to get off of the ship thinking they were going to go?
I actually saw that ship. It was a ferry that came in later in the day in the port. I saw it. That's the ship where they actually stopped and had people get off. Our ship was not stopped. Originally, they said they were going to take 1,500 people. The numbers are a little foggy, but I talked to the CEO of Bahamas Paradise, the owner. He said they had gotten 1,100 people on.
Okay.
And they were all legal, etc. And a small group went to a temporary shelter while their immigration status was worked out. But I don't believe anybody on that cruise ship was sent back. And by the way, there is a group called missionresolve.org, which really facilitated the whole structure of this trip. They sent out a blast Facebook post or something, and they had 500 volunteers in an afternoon, and people donated all this stuff, and they left, came back, and they want to do it again. But they told me to do a trip like that and take volunteers costs $250,000 a day.
Wow.
So it's not cheap, and there's nobody stepping up and going like, yeah, I'll pay for it for a month. They were the same in the same boat we all are, and it's like, how do we get there with what they need? And boy, they need everything. I was talking to somebody they talked about rebuilding, and I don't think I asked the question because I did want to hear the answer. Who's going to rebuild them? There are no construction companies, at least in the area I was, where they're intact.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would have building materials or trucks or anything else to go rebuild. So when people are bringing tarps over, yeah, they need tarps, but they're going to need workers, carpenters, wood, nails, everything else you need to rebuild a house.
And that's a big part of why we're doing this because, we have this long-term vision. And like you're saying, they don't have a Lowe's. They can't go to the Home Depot.
No.
We have to bring all that stuff to them. And luckily, we've got the contacts on the ground to be able to bring them what they need and hopefully help, even if it's just a little bit, with their rebuilding of their lives.
We've got WPBF's Todd McDermott in here with us, and he's talking a little bit about the story and what he's seen. And we are going to be adopting a town called West End, the oldest community on Grand Bahama on the western end. And what you're talking about, getting those supplies in there, is exactly what we're going to be doing. And it's difficult to do, but we want to see this town all the way through. We want to talk about the rebuilding and putting this town and propping them back up and getting them to where they were. You can text to donate KVJ Bahamas to 44321. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. Your story brings up a big question about the discussion. Is it better to evacuate everyone, or is it better to keep some people there and try to make it livable? And how quickly can we do that? From what you've seen, from where you've been, Todd McDermott, what is your opinion on it?
Wow, that politics aside, I don't think a full evacuation works in this case. I just don't think and I don't think people would want to do it.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of people, if you consider your own self, would you want to leave your town, your home, whatever you have, your friends?
I wonder that because they talk about Floridians. I think we all, and I'm that way. Like, I want to be near my home no matter what status and structure it is still standing in. I would think for the most part, I want to be there. And I was wondering how much of that you saw where people said, I don't care if I don't have a home here. This is still my home. The ground is here and that's my home.
I didn't talk to anybody specifically who said that, but I actually was thinking about something else. I said I'd been to a lot of disaster scenes. I was in Moore, Oklahoma in 2013 when that got wiped out by a tornado. And as you might remember, there was a school where the children ran out of the back of the school to shelters. And we drove up to a guy who was standing in his driveway, or what looked like a driveway, standing over what I thought was a manhole. And it was his shelter, and his house was gone. There was no sign of the house. You would have thought it was a construction site,
right,
where they had just laid the slab for the driveway. And his house had been there, and he was telling me the story of when the tornado was coming. He had opened up the hatch, and he was just motioning to students, and including his own kids and their friends, to run across the field and get into that shelter. But the thing is, he wasn't going anywhere. I mean, this was 36 hours after the tornado. He was back at his property trying to figure out what he was going to do.
Yeah.
But he wasn't going to evacuate Oklahoma. He was going to stay there, figure out a way to put his life back together, because that's his life. And I get the impression these houses, the neighborhood I was in back of town, the homes mostly were standing. A lot of the roofs were caved in or damaged. And as I said, because of the flooding, everything inside was gone. But nobody was saying, get me out of here. They said, we need help to put it all back together. And I think that's what you're talking about in West End. They don't want to leave West End. They need real help to put it back together. And not to put too fine a point on it, it's not us for a week. It's not us for 48 hours. It's not us for a month. It's not us for a year.
Yeah.
For them to really put their communities and their lives all back together, it will take years. And they kept saying to me, please don't forget us. Not in a way like, hey, you guys will forget about us. Not in a cynical way, but don't forget us, because this is just the tip of the iceberg now.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to keep living. And you think about this, we get the holidays coming up, and for a month and a half, we're going to be thinking about our own lives and gifts and presents and things like that. And, they're going to be wondering if they're going to get cell service and electricity.
Yeah.
And that's really where their mindset's going to be. But when you're not living through it, it is out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, and you mentioned that, and that was something about going out at night. We left the port just before sundown to see what we could do before dark. It is just total darkness.
It's got to be so scary for them.
Yeah, I thought about that. I saw some people somebody had a generator, and there was one light on the street, one bulb, and some kids were running around once the sun went down. But that was the only light on the entire block.
Wow.
It was really hit home.
Yeah.
It's one thing when it's the Bahamas, it's paradise, kind of like where we live.
Sure.
And during the day, there was a cool ocean breeze. But here's the thing. pickup came through the neighborhood with volunteers, Bahamian volunteers. It was from some charity. They were in the back of a pickup handing out cold bottles of water, not cases of water, bottles of water.
Right.
Wow.
Like how many people in your family? Very nice. And I tell you, I was talking again about the attitude of the Bahamians. It wasn't like, tell me how many people in your family because I'll give you exactly how many bottles. They were like, how many do you need?
Okay.
And you know what?
Don't take more than you need.
But it wasn't done that way. It was people were saying, well, I'll take 2.
Right, because they won't take more than they need.
No.
And that's a big thing. You know, one of the guys that we're working with over in West End, his name is Jareth. And his restaurant was completely demolished. I showed you, Kevin, the pictures of it just blown out completely.
No roof.
No roof, no inside, doors, windows, everything gone. And he is over there right now feeding others. That's what he's doing. He set up a propane thing. He got propane donated from Florida, and he's cooking. He cooked for like 100 and something people yesterday.
That's fantastic.
And he's going to keep doing that because that's what he did after Matthew. When these people are on the end and they don't get the supplies, they have to rally amongst themselves and figure it out. And that's why I feel so good, you know, about helping them and putting all of our efforts into this community because we know where it's going because we're the ones bringing it.
Right.
Todd McDermott is in here with us from WPBF TV 25. I want to give a big shout out to people like Erica and Danielle, Stephanie, Justin and Caitlin. These are people that are texting in right now. 42 donors. We've got $3,862 just 37 minutes in. We've got a good 47 and a half hours left of this, 48 hours of KVJ to rebuild the Bahamas. If you'd like to text into us, KVJ Bahamas to 44321. It's KVJ Bahamas to 44321. Coming up, we're going to hear a little bit more about what Todd has seen going over to the Bahamas and even hear some of the audio that he was able to capture of what people are saying as Floridians come to the rescue to rebuild the Bahamas. We're fresh right now. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be like in 47 more hours, but Todd McDermott was just saying, wow, yeah, what are you guys going to be like in 47? I don't know what we're going to be like in 47 hours come Friday morning at 10 a.m. It's probably not going to be pretty.
Yeah, you don't want to be here.
Yeah.
You're catching us on the shiny side.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't sleep good at all last night. So
Yeah,
I'm
well,
coming to the
great.
Yeah, I'm ready though. I don't need no. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Okay. It is 48 hours of KVJ to rebuild the Bahamas. Hurricane Dorian sat over the Bahamas for 48 hours as a Cat 5, only moved 100 miles. So for that, we're going to stay on for 48 straight broadcast hours and try to raise $100,000 in cash. That is the goal. You can text KVJ Bahamas to 44321. KVJ Bahamas to 44321 to donate. Things are going to be interesting. We got people already. Suits is kind of sorting out all the donations, what's going with what, and probably coming up here pretty soon. We'll see where we are and try to get things like Kevin a Speedo, shaving Virginia's head.
Whatever you want.
Interesting stuff's going to be coming up for donations.
Whatever you got for me.
And keep in mind, because of the beautiful infrastructure of Little Smiles, your donation is 100% tax deductible. So you can get a receipt for it, feel great about it. And then as we're going through all this, we're together with you guys. We're going to give complete numbers on what we spent and where we spent it. So everybody sees exactly where every penny of this effort is going.
Question: will $1,000 get us a little bit of a twerk with you in that thong? A little twerk?
Add it on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Just for the good people.
I can see that happening.
I mean, once you put it on, I don't think you're going to be able to help yourself. You're going to want to twerk.
Oh, you're going to make it bounce.
Okay, I'm going to try to pull out what I can for donations here. I mean, we got to get to 100,000. We're at $4,000 right now.
Okay.
$4,000?
Yeah, $4,000.
Look at this.
How long do I have to stay to see that twerk?
As long as you want, my man.
I'll give you a warning before. You'll probably want to leave then.
Thank you. That's why you're
Yeah.
my friend.
Yes. Todd McDermott in here. He was on pretty much the first cruise ship that went into Freeport. Got to see a lot of stuff and hearing his stories and just the attitude that is going on and the need of Floridians to step up and do this. And the concern that a lot of the Bahamians have is that, yeah, we're all great right now. You know, when we did our drive last week, we got 5 truckloads of supplies we were able to send over and like $17,000, like nothing. And they're like, okay, that's all great, but now that you guys aren't scared yourselves of Hurricane Dorian and the news is going to start, you know, going away, and here we are just kind of like left to our own devices. Because right now it doesn't sound like the Bahamian government's being much help to them.
I just don't know. I don't know much about the Bahamian government. I've dealt with them a little bit in the past. I just don't.
Maybe they
know.
can. I don't know.
I don't think it's a question of being insensitive. I'm just not sure they had the resources, or had the people in place to do what they needed to do. And I think the other thing we need to keep in mind is, remember, once Dorian got there, it just sat there.
Oh, I know.
So there was no way to marshal any forces, stage any rescue crews, nothing. And again, I didn't see them. I didn't. I was only there for a day, a day and a night. And it was. And let me tell you something. We were the first ship to arrive, and the first ship, not even the first cruise ship, the first ship to arrive in Freeport. It's like, wow, they couldn't get anybody in here
for days
with something, but
something.
They had not. And
How long was it after the storm left? Because the storm left on the 3rd at noon. Like, what day were you in here? How long?
Friday. So
okay.
we pushed off from Port Palm Beach Thursday night, arrived Friday morning.
Okay.
And as I said, by the time we arrived, thousands of people were lined up. And I didn't mention 2 miles of cars outside the port, on the road in, trying to get to the port to also try to get in that line to get off. And it wasn't a free-for-all. Something else I want to mention is you see people with their families and a little bit of luggage and the one or two personal belongings they maybe have, and they think they're going to get on that ship.
Yeah.
And hours pass and hours pass and hours pass. And you think, wow, this could get very tense. And it did get louder because some people from Bahamian Customs were yelling out instructions, and people were yelling like, you know what? And they're saying, you in this line, and people have to get over here. But there wasn't that agitation, that anger that you might expect. There was some tension in that they'd stood outside for 12 hours.
I know what it was like when we went through what we went through in 2004. Nothing even close to what the Bahamians have gone through. And I remember the frustrations and where people were after just a couple of weeks. People were about ready to snap and lose their minds.
And understandably so.
Yeah. So I can only imagine where, these people are. It had been 48 hours after a 48-hour beating before they even see any glimmer of hope.
And some of them wondering by 8 o'clock Friday night after the boat had arrived at 8 a.m., wondering, and I talked to a few of them, wondering if they were going to get on.
Yeah. Tell me about some of the people that you met and their stories. I know we've got some audio from the newscast that you had on WPBF TV 25.
This is from that neighborhood. We were very limited by the Bahamian government where we could go. So we made an effort on our own to get to that neighborhood and back of town. And we arrived, and as I mentioned earlier at the top of the hour, we came upon this family, and they were clearing the house out. And I don't know if they had sorted, but this huge pile was building in front of the house of everything. It was a sister, adult sister, her adult brother, their mom, and a bunch of young teenage boys. And they were very open in talking with us. And they were all pretty hopeful, but also you could tell pretty worried and talking a really good game, especially your brother. He said, hey, I'm a Scorpio. I adapt.
Yeah.
But, there wasn't much to adapt with. But she did make a pretty direct plea that I think you're going to hear here.
We are depending on the government right now, and the community, the churches. We're depending on foreigners because we won't have power for months. The water is still off. We thank God the community is going around and they're bringing cold water. We was able to get some cold water. We need generators. Everything, as you can see here to my right, is gone.
So this is everything you own.
Everything.
Wow.
And when you're talking about the cold water, those were the 2 bottles.
And that's it.
She had 2 bottles in her hand.
bottles.
Make that count, yeah.
The boys each had a bottle. Her brother had a bottle. They'd also delivered, again, I think it was from a church in Freeport, had delivered meals in paper boxes. And they were thrilled to that. And I was wondering what they're even eating.
Right.
You can't go to the store. We saw one place that was open. It was a gas station, believe it or not. They must have had generators to run the pumps, and we weren't allowed to go to talk to people there. But there were 2 things going on. People were with cars trying to put gas in their cars. It was the only gas station I saw that was operational.
Yeah.
And they were buying either cell phone cards or burner cell phones because I think people had lost phones.
Sure.
And they wanted to get in touch, many of them with their relatives right here in South Florida.
Sure.
But they wanted to have contact. So they were that was the whole crowd was there for either gasoline or some way to contact the outside world and maybe contact each other.
Do you think help is going to get to back of town?
Eventually, I don't think it's necessarily the priority. You know, the Bahamas is every socioeconomic group as we know. There are a lot of luxury homes.
Sure.
There are a lot of waterfront homes. There are a lot of regular folks living in neighborhoods. I don't know when that the big help that we're talking about, like will help rebuild the inside of your home, will help repair your roof, will get you some furniture so you have a place to sit. I don't know what they're sleeping on in that house. We didn't go inside the house because the sun was setting and we had iPhones, very high tech. And we knew that once the sun was down, we were done. So we tried to do as much as we could. Her next door neighbor was an older man who I believe was living alone, who wanted to tell me he had gone through Hurricane Andrew.
Okay.
I don't think we have that clip. Pretty sure.
I do have Cleo Bolet.
That's the one we spoke with. But he told me, I said, you went through Andrew, and he could tell me exactly where he was. He's in front of Jackson Memorial Hospital, got inside, and I said, Andrew was devastating. I saw South Florida that 6 months later, and Homestead was wiped out. And I said, well, which was worse? And he said, this was worse because the water came from above and from all sides.
Wow.
And there was nowhere to go.
Wow.
But most of these people had, obviously because they were speaking with me, they had gone to some higher ground temporarily until the waters receded. And by the way, that police officer who's driving us around pointed out the trees. And these were 35, 40-foot trees, a large area with trees. And they were bare except for the very top. There had been water 25 feet up.
Wow.
That's insane.
So all you saw were the treetops. And I'm driving down the road going, how
Water,
is that
25.
even possible?
You can't wrap your brain around
No.
it. As you're driving around
it's
South
staying
Florida,
there.
just look up and think, okay, what if we had a 25-foot wall of water? What would our coastline have looked like? What would our homes and restaurants and hotels, and it would be a devastation. We are so blessed that damn storm didn't wobble a little bit to the west.
You're not kidding.
That would have been us.
Okay. Well, we are getting some great donations coming in here, up to about $4,500. Thank you to Randall, Lozano, Ashley, Wendy, Edna, all throwing in donations here. You can text them to us, KVJ Bahamas, to 44321. This is 48 hours of KVJ rebuilding the Bahamas.
Join the 97.9 WRMF Text Club. Get special news and alerts right to your phone. Win Text Club only contests and more. To join, simply text WRMF to 51879 and you're in. Yeah, it's that easy.
I want to say a big thanks to Todd McDermott from WPBF TV 25 for helping us knock out hour 1 of 48. We only got 47 left.
I am truly honored to be here for the first hour.
Yes.
I can't wait to see the 47th hour and the 40.
It's going to be messy.
Yeah.
It's going to be messy.
Don't bring your news crew back then.
Yeah.
I say that's when you do bring the news crew.
You want a real story.
Yeah.
Any idea when you might be going back and how often the news will continue to go over to the Bahamas?
If it's up to me, it's all the time.
Okay.
I think, and listen, I was listening earlier, and I know people say, we can't take care of our own. Why are we taking care of the Bahamas? I get all that, but we have a lot of resources. The fact that politically we don't necessarily take care of everybody the way we should is an issue we have. The people of the Bahamas have an issue. They don't have anywhere to turn to.
Yeah.
And I think important to point out, too, they are not a U.S. territory.
Right.
They can't rely on the U.S. government. The U.S. government really, they can go through the Bahamian government and help, and are and will, to an extent. But in a large regard, it's up to all of us to say, Bahamas is almost our closest neighbor.
It is.
You know, I mean, they're right next door.
And so many Floridians have enjoyed beautiful time in Bahamas and loved their vacationing in Bahamas.
And will again.
And will again. But this is the time that we have to step up and show them that we do care about them and they're not forgotten.
Does anybody there complain about Britain at all? Because I know it was 1973, they got their own independence, but they were a British territory. Do any of the Bahamians say now, why is Britain not coming to help save us?
I saw people talking trash about Britain on the internet.
Yeah, that's been some of the comments is saying, you know, we have the U.S. Virgin Islands, we would go and help them.
I think they sent a flotilla right away. They were the first, and I'm not sure where they put in, but I didn't hear anything about Great Britain at all. You know,
maybe if you watch the BBC, they'll talk about it.
Right, yeah, well, I mean, I looked pretty American, and they wanted to talk about the U.S. and how we love you guys. We need your help, and as you heard Cleo say in that clip from before, they're relying on a lot of generosity and foreigners. By foreigners, she only meant one thing: us.
Yeah.
Floridians.
Yeah. And specifically Floridians. Todd, thank you for coming in, and thank you
pleasure.
for promoting
I'm honored
this.
here. I mean it. You guys are doing a great thing here. I'm really happy we could be a part of it.
Thank you.
We are up to almost $6,000 now.
Look at that. 6,000.
94 left.
Still, though, if we
Get
can
to our
get
goal of 100.
Look,
You
it's
need
only,
to raise that ceiling above 100. I think you're going too fast.
I don't know. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
So put a little pressure on you before we
It might
leave.
slow down about 2 a.m. too.
I mean, but think about it. We're at 11 a.m. now. That's 6. I mean, if we get to 10 grand within the next hour or so, that's a good start. That's a solid start right there.
Oh, that's
there.
the power of Todd McDermott's hair.
It is. It is. It
That's
is
what
great.
that is.
It is great.
Which is uncombed.
Why does Virginia got to try to put you guys against each
I
other
know.
in a hair?
It's got to be
hair
a
wars.
hair
fight.
wars. I get it. He's just naturally beautiful and chiseled, and he's a TV guy, radio guy. It's just what happens.
There isn't a. Where's that camera? I need to keep my face out of it right now.
Come on, man.
TV hair, radio hair.
That's the difference. Thank you to Karen, to Kimberly, to Harry, to Jamie, to Doris. Appreciate all of you that are throwing in the donations right now, getting us there almost to $6,000. Text KVJ Bahamas to 44321. Todd, thank you so much for coming in.
Good luck, guys.
Always great.
I know you're going to do it.
We are going to do it.
Okay, we're holding out and we're hoping businesses, this is your hours right now. There's many different ways that you can donate. We got 3 different packages for you. The silver donation of $1,000. Get you on the show here. We'll talk about your business. We'll also put you on our thank you page online. The gold donation of $5,000 or more will get us talking about you. Plus, you'll get onto our Facebook page and our Instagram for $10,000 or more. That's the platinum donation. You get to come in studio. We'll talk and interview you about your business, and we'll also give you a nice, solid social media post, too, on the KVJ platform. So that's some of the ways that you can do it. We're trying to get to $100,000.
I mean, we got Kevin wearing a thong for $1,000. We got Virginia shaving her head for $20,000. What's the bird gonna do?
Look
Jason
behind
shaves
you.
his eyebrows. There you go. Yeah, right behind you, baby.
You're
We got
shaving
you.
your eyebrows for $5,000.
Yeah, we got you.
And because it's in writing, now you have to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad we didn't. All right, cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All righty. All the good stuff. KVJ, 48 hours to rebuild the Bahamas. We are now officially into hour 2. That means that we've got 47 hours left.
Okay, I
Yes.
feel good, baby. I feel energized.
I was just ticking away. I was just thinking, boy, I feel really good. And I'm like, okay, pump the brakes, dude. You're honestly like 67 minutes into it.
Pacing's going to be important.
Yes.
It is. I want to say a couple really big shout outs. One, Kimberly Baker, over $1,000 donation. What up, Kimberly? Yeah, that's amazing. And Jeanette Yanor, $512 she just threw into the kitty. We're almost at $6,500 on our way to $100,000. We hope, we pray. So that is the game and the name and what we're doing.
I can feel it. We're going to get 10 grand before you know it. I can sense it.
I'm hoping. That's what we're trying to do. And people are talking about what they would like to see for their donations, because we will do that. We will dance and do whatever you want to try to get to this $100,000.
Yeah, let's get weird.
Somebody said, I think Suits needs a new haircut. So,
It's a little rude.
well, I think they were talking about a reverse mohawk.
Oh.
So I think they were saying, yeah, maybe we can throw that into the mix.
That's going
Okay.
to cost them.
Yeah.
That's not rude. That's awesome.
Yes. Okay. The price of Suits spanking Virginia, how much would that be?
Got to call Panda, right?
For 10 spanks.
I think he's okay with
We
it.
can
Yeah.
Sis can spank you.
I think so.
All right. Okay. Also, a quick shout out to the Landing in Lake Worth Assisted Living. They're going to be donating $500. Thank you guys very much for that.
Nice.
That's worth a song, isn't it?
500. Yeah, if they got it, if they want it, you let us know.
Assisted living. Let us know what you want to play.
Yeah. Also, we've got a couple other emails. Somebody said, I just want a hug from Jbird. Any idea how much that would cost?
Aw.
You bring yourself here, and I will hug the hell out of you.
Yeah, just
Okay.
get the 150 to get in
Yep.
here, and then let's hug all day.
And somebody said, hey, guys, so hypothetically, if you do meet your goal before the 48 hours, will you stay on the air? Yes, absolutely. We're just trying to challenge ourselves and everybody to please try to help us get to $100,000.
Everyone's calling it the Great 48.
Well, you started that, yeah.
I bullied it. I bullied.
The hashtag is hashtag KVJ48 if you're posting anything on social media. And thanks for people that are. They're letting their friends know. It's going to take everybody getting together to try to make this happen so that we can do this and work to rebuild the Bahamas and specifically West End, a town that we're focusing on. It's KVJ Bahamas to 44321. KVJ Bahamas to 44321.
Yeah, a lot of people asking about when's this grilled cheese party going off. A lot of comments about that.
I've been looking at everything. I have not seen that yet.
Oh, you're not on grillcheese.gov? Or I'm
It's
sorry,
a government site?
.org. I meant that's the official one.
Okay. All right. That's the official one. Okay. A place I know that I've been going to for a very, very long time, Jumby Bay there in downtown Abacoa. Vicky Parmalee is in here. And
Vicky!
Flip cup or
Hey,
rum buckets
guys.
or anything else. How are you doing, Vicky?
I'm doing good.
Good. Now, one thing you know about Jumby Bay, if you go in there, is there's just all kinds of money, just like you just coming out of the walls, basically, or the ceilings, I guess it was.
All over the ceiling. We've literally been collecting this money for the last 15 years.
Wow. Okay.
And, people
A couple of
just
those are my
loved it.
dollars, I believe, by the way.
Well, are you the mayor of City? Because you donated. You donated.
We love the mayor.
I had more fun reading all of these when we were pulling them down off the ceiling. So,
How many years are we talking?
like 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
15 years.
It has been something they've been doing for a long time.
Yeah.
That's why when Virginia told me what you guys were doing there at Jumby Bay, I was like, oh, no way. Are they really? They're going to take the money off the ceiling. They've been collected that long at Jumby Bay, and they're
Yeah.
going to give this to the Bahamas.
That's so cool.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
it is
Well,
amazing.
It's kind of ironic that we were so happy that we sort of dodged this Dorian bullet. And then, so sad that for everything that happened in the Bahamas. And we were taking our shutters down at the
Yeah.
restaurant. And there was someone working on an AC unit above us and busted a pipe.
Oh, wow.
And literally it was the Rainforest Cafe. It was raining in the entire bar.
That's terrible.
So the ceilings all were coming down.
Uh-huh.
And we thought, okay, we got to take all these dollar bills down. We have to replace all this drywall, all the ceiling. And we thought, oh my gosh, we're taking all this money down. Let's, how much is it? Everybody's always been wondering.
Yeah.
How much money is up there? How much money? So then we thought, oh my gosh, this is the perfect opportunity to donate this to the Bahamas.
Love it.
Yes.
I couldn't even be upset about the damage and what was going on in my restaurant when all I could think about was these people over in the Bahamas.
Amen.
What they need. So it just happened for a reason, I think, and this is a perfect opportunity.
That's so cool. Thank you guys
Donate.
so much.
Do we
This
know
is
how
really
much
cool.
there is?
So, drum roll. $1,927.
Okay. All right.
So add that to your
Yes.
total.
Okay.
Love it.
And
That's amazing. Okay, throw another $2,000 into the mix
Yep.
there.
Did
Okay.
drunk people ever try to steal the money, like climb up and try to grab? Do you ever have that?
Yes, I did.
The mayor did?
the mayor.
Yes, the mayor over here, yes.
Yes, all the time. And, I found a couple partial pieces of like $20 bills, and I was like, it's only
Yeah.
a partial 20. Oh well, darn it.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and doing that.
You're
and
welcome.
for everything
Thanks for
you guys
having
do.
me. And you guys are doing such a great thing. I'm so excited, and I know, my gosh, you've already raise so much money in the first hour.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
we're
that's-
at 8,500 now.
Hey, we're gonna get to 10 grand before we're gonna do this.
We're getting
Wait,
closer.
I brought my sleeping bag. Is it okay? I'll just
You could
stay.
crash
Yeah.
here.
You're
Absolutely.
in.
Sorry,
You
not
just
happening.
hang on out. No.
I brought my dog here earlier, and then I had to take him home.
Oh, the building management kicked his dog out.
Chewy's back at home.
Okay. All right.
Poor
Well, at
Chewy.
least you got your donut pajamas on.
I feel good.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you again to Vicky and Jumby Bay. And go
Oh,
see
you're
them up there
welcome.
downtown Abaco. It is an amazing place. And thank you to everybody that is sending in the money here. 48 hours of KVJ to rebuild the Bahamas. You text in the donations right now. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. That's KVJ Bahamas to 44321. Hurricane Dorian sat over the Bahamas for 48 hours as a Category 5 storm and only moved 100 miles in that entire time.
Shock and horror.
Everything you have, everything's gone, everything.
To help them recover quicker, we are not going to end the KVJ show for 48 straight broadcast hours in an attempt to raise $100,000 cash.
They need to clean this stuff up, and in order for them to do that, the scent, all over, you have to evacuate the people because we can't breathe this thing in, man. Trust me.
Your donations will go directly to rebuilding a small town called West End, the oldest community on the Grand Bahama.
Everything, a lot of family live in these areas. They died. Nobody survived.
You can actually text and donate now. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. That's KVJ Bahamas to 44321 to donate right now. 48 hours of KVJ. And this is 48 hours of KVJ to rebuild the Bahamas. We're going to stay on here trying to raise $100,000. And right now we are just shy of about 10 grand in the first 80 minutes. So thank you so much. I tell you, big donations. Thanks a lot to Carlos Vasquez. He has a busybody. Jim's to go, and he does great stuff. And he even texts me, too. This is going to be part of some of the stuff that we can do. Because I know there are going to be people that are going to be looking for places. He's got a vacant rental in Fort Pierce. And if you have a family with kids, it's a need from the Bahamas. Because I know people, this is part of it right now. I know a place where they've been staying up. A hotel is generous enough to give them some space. But the hotels, like we've got, unfortunately, reservations that are coming in. And so some of the people that are over here that are staying in some of the hotels now, they're having to relocate and find other places. So thank you, Carlos. I will pass this on. But he said, I will make it available free of charge for 3 to 4 months.
Aww.
And yeah, count me in for, so I mean, what he's doing there, that's great. And so that's the kind of stuff we want to do too, where if there's anything, because keep in mind, we've got a lot of, there's already 14,000 Bahamians that were living here in South Florida, and we're going to have other people that are going to be coming over, and even people here could use a little bit of help. I know that our school systems are already doing some really cool stuff in Palm Beach County. They're acclimating the kids, and they're going to be giving them a little education while they're here, and they're displaced. And that's important too, because I mean, how much school are these kids going to miss? I mean, they might miss their entire, if you're going into 5th grade, you might miss your entire 5th grade year, and likely would.
If the school's not there, you can't go to school in the Bahamas. So, yeah.
That's going to be tough. So thank you to people like Carlos that are doing it. And thank you, too, to even Andrea and Nanda and Cheryl and Erica, all sending in donations here at KVJ Bahamas to 44321. KVJ Bahamas to 44321.
I feel like something has to happen. If once we get to 10,000, we I don't know. Virginia,
Once.
Do we just get to 10,000?
We're there.
We're
Are we
at
at
10,000
already?
10,000 already.
$10,090.
We're not even an hour and a half in, baby.
That's awesome.
I'm no mathlete, but I believe that's 1/10 of our goal.
Was yes, I believe it was. Was it at 10,000 we were playing Name That Nut? Is that what we were doing?
Name that nut. Look, we got to give the people what they don't want. Let's give them name that.
If they need it, they will get it.
Oh, this is good. This is great. I feel real good.
Oh, amazing stuff. Do you have the, what is it? What do you use, Virginia?
A leaf blower.
Do you have it?
I have it in my car.
Oh,
okay.
Name that nut.
Oh, we will.
Name that nut.
Okay.
What?
Or
Yeah.
name that butt.
Name that butt could happen as well.
Yeah.
You don't know what we're going to hit you with.
Yeah, that might happen a little bit later, too. We'll see. There's going to be interesting things, and there will be different things that we're going to do at different times of the day that is probably more appropriate to the audiences that we might have. Because somebody asked, what time will Jbird's alter ego Lana be arriving?
She's a night girl.
She's after midnight. tonight. I don't know if she's even coming in tonight because she's got a strip tease tonight. She's dancing over at Cheetah.
Okay.
I think she's too dirty.
She is too dirty.
She's in some kind of underground club.
Why you gotta talk bad about my alter egos?
Yeah, so I believe we do have her scheduled for tomorrow night. So
Yeah,
keep in
yeah.
mind, we got 48 hours. So yeah, Lana's going to make an appearance tomorrow night.
Okay.
I believe she's doing a love show.
She's giving out love advice. There's also rumor about Hulk Hogan coming back into town, but not for Kevin Ralston.
Oh, thank you.
He wants to really get the peaceful and loving Denny's for some reason after midnight.
Oh, Denny's just said, really?
Watch your back, bruh. Watch your back.
Really?
Somebody texted in and said, will we hear from the spouses? Hopefully. We'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Lana wants to interview Panda.
Well, Panda's
That'd be
coming in.
interesting.
You tell that hoe to keep her hands off. Panda is going to come in, I think, tonight.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Panda and Rocco.
People are asking about Weird and Whatever. We typically do it on Wednesday at 6 p.m. I do have the band ready to do it after 7 p.m. What are your thoughts on that? Weird and Whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like a good call. Yeah, do a
Okay,
Weird
so
and Whatever
right here,
tonight.
live Weird and Whatever at 7 p.m.
You know what? We could use an interview with a real life witch. Do you want to be in?
I might go take my sink bath then.
Somebody want to correct you. I think they saw Lana at T's Lounge.
That's what it
Yes,
was.
it was-
That's right. Yeah, whatever is.
It's not T's anymore, right? They tried to.
I don't know.
Didn't God
They
burn
tried-
it? Didn't God burn it down?
No, that was the
That was
landing
the landing
strip.
strip.
God did burn that down. He had enough.
For good reason, he burnt it.
I went to the landing strip a long time ago during the noon shift, and I'm not kidding you. I saw a girl take a bite of a burger. She realizes that she was supposed to be on stage. She's like, oh, I gotta go dance. She's eating and dancing at the same time.
Yeah.
Top this one, though. We got kicked out of the landing strip.
Yeah, a few times. Yeah.
Something tells me that was
And,
awful.
and they don't do maternity leave there either, just to let you know. You'd be ready for birth, and it's all right. Take the stage, baby. God said, enough.
Enough with you. You're done.
Enough of this place. Okay, so hit us up with the donations. Boy, every time I look, it's going up. Thank you to Joanna.
Yes.
Appreciate her jumping in there as well. So, yeah, got to get everything synced up here because I'm a little bit behind you, Virginia. You say you're showing over 10K right now, huh?
I'm showing $10,192.
Okay.
Yay!
Yes.
That's the kind of stuff we're looking for. So thank you very much. If you would like to donate, again, it's KVJ Bahamas 244-321. Really want to try to get some of the businesses involved as well. That's really what could help us out. And you've got a tax-free donation that you can send in because of Little Smiles, the 501c3 that is partnering with us for this whole drive to rebuild West End.
Absolutely. All of this is going through Little Smiles. So the great thing about all of your donations, there will be complete transparency about how much money we take in and then specifically how much money we spend on what, going where. So all of you, all of our donors, all the people that are making this a success, you're going to be in charge of helping us decide who gets what and where it goes. And we want you to be along the journey with us.
And Jumby Bay set it off right, man. That's really cool because I've been at that bar so many times.
Yeah.
I've always looked at all that money. It's so awesome.
And now it's going over to the Bahamas. Silver donation, $1,000. We'll talk about your business and thank you on our website. The gold donation, $5,000, gets the Talking About on the KVJ show, 48 hours. Plus, you get a post on Facebook and our Instagram with really good numbers. And the platinum donation, you could come in and we'll do an interview about your business. Plus, you get a social media post with that as well. So if you are interested in any of those donations, you can send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. Maybe a little name that nut. Might be time to fire that up here in just a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we got that. Oh, yeah. Got people checking out the KVJ 48 to rebuild the Bahamas. You can, too, if you would like to come in studio. We are taking a $150 donation for that. That is going to be going on. If you'd like to do that, you just text KVJ Bahamas to 44321. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. Just text us your receipt then to 877-979-WRMF and say, hey, I want to come in. Or you can just show up with $150 and boom, pop on in here.
Do like Haley just did. She is from Fort Lauderdale. She came in with her 150 large, and we took a little Insta picture. She's adorable. You can see her right now on our Insta story.
Yeah, snap a little photo with you. Very nice. Got a couple of emails here, too. Some questions, like Jacob had sent in an email Said, let's get a muzzle on Virginia, $100 for 10 or 20 minutes. Actually, can we just start keeping her muzzled on the regular show?
Dang, cold.
Did you write that? It sounds like your work.
I did not write that.
Jacob sent this in.
I did not
Jacob Pennington?
No, believe it or not, other people want you to shut up. I'm kidding. This is a positive environment.
Well, it doesn't feel like it.
Also, let's see. Kevin tried to beat Bird's time in the duct tape chair. Seemed awful smug yesterday.
So smug.
I actually have that down. That might be something we do. We might all face the abduction chair.
I cannot tell you how sore my wrists are. I actually will tell you. They're very sore.
Does that have to do from the chair or something else?
It's all...
We don't want to hear about your masturbation injuries.
Keep it clean. We're not even past noon yet. I mean, you gotta watch her.
I know.
This is fun.
You knew she's, yeah.
You did like BTK style on my wrist, and it was alarming.
Came to play.
Danielle had an idea here in this email. Said when Panda first moved in with Virginia, they both talked about the fact that neither of them would poo in the condo if the other was home. If I recall, Panda would use the mall as an excuse to go to the lobby bathroom. Or the mail, sorry.
Oh, yes, he was going to get the mail. Yeah.
Virginia lost something, may have been sudden death, where the punishment was that she had to sit in the bathroom with Panda and watch him poo. He couldn't make himself go on command, so it never actually happened.
He goes act like he's getting the mail, and that's his poop time. What was he saying he's getting the mail?
Well, we used to live in a condo, and the bottom floor had all the mailboxes, and there was a really nice bathroom down there on the bottom floor. And so, yeah, he would just take his sweet time getting the mail and go down there and do his number 2.
Okay.
Everyone does that. Oh, I'm gonna go grab some coffee, and you're definitely going number 2.
Danielle said, how much of a donation would it take to make that finally happen? Panda will have to poo at some point during this 48 hours. He has to either come to the station and do it with Virginia, or they do it at home, but record Virginia's reaction to prove it happened.
We do need proof.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have to ask Panda. I would say that sounds like about, I don't know, $500.
People who don't normally listen to our morning show, they're tuning in now for the first time.
What are these people doing?
What is this?
It's a little blue collar.
Blue collar.
Okay. Yeah, $500 for that. Does that work?
Yeah, $500.
Okay. So if you want to put to that. So far, we got $20,000 to shave Virginia's head, $5,000 to shave Jbird's eyebrows, $1,000 for me to wear a thong for an hour, which I don't know that anybody would really want that, but that's what it is.
Question. So people have to either pay all out for Virginia or for myself or for you, or they have to pull the money together, and it has to be noted that it's for Virginia's hair. It's
right. So when you make your donation, there's a little box where it says memo, and you can write in that box if you want it designated to one special mission, or if it's just a general donation, you don't have to write anything at all. But a lot of people are already writing. There's already shaved head. There's already your eyebrows. There's already Kevin in a thong.
Do you have it broke down to where we are at with eyebrows? For
I'll have her send it to me.
I just want to know what's happening.
The Little Smiles people are feverishly working behind the scenes, so big props to them. They are putting all the tallies together and creating all the lists.
Some bigwig comes in, I don't know, from Okeechobee. He says, look, Kevin Ralston, I got $50,000 right here, but I want to shave that dome of yours. I've heard about your new hair.
$50,000?
And I want it gone.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah, you got to.
You got to.
You have to.
No choice.
Yeah, $50,000, I'd definitely do that. Dorneth, Leah, Amy, Tracy just all sent in donations. Thank you very much to all of them.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Your tally says something different than mine, Virginia. What do you have us at right now?
Hold on. Let me get an updated one here.
Refresh that.
Refresh. Our internet is real slow.
I like, though, the kind of, the foreplay of it all.
Right now, we are at $10,406.
Okay, very nice.
Woohoo!
77 donors in. If you would like to jump on it, you can. It is text KVJ Bahamas to 44321. Yeah, here we go. Well, if you're doing the countdown, it's 48 hours of KVJ. We are in hour 2 now with 47 left.
Okay.
So,
and I got to tell you, I feel real energized.
You do? Feeling great about that?
Could run a marathon. I don't want to run, though. It's not.
Okay.
We would struggle running around the block. Easy.
That's right. We talked about doing that beer mile. Is it time to bring that back during the Great 48?
It's up to y'all, yeah.
Pacing, Jbird.
I know no such thing.
Yeah, he doesn't.
No, pacing.
He's ready to go for
That's
it.
for the birds.
Yeah.
You're going to be psychotically delirious on Friday.
Good. It's supposed to be a struggle. It's not supposed to be polished.
Now, we're talking about playing Name That Nut, and I guess Virginia's got to bounce out for a little while and leave us.
She can't do it?
Yes.
I got to go to that HOA meeting.
Name that diva.
This has been scheduled long before Dorian.
Yeah. How long does it take to play that? Because I've never played the game. I was so excited for it.
I mean, we could probably break off a piece real quick.
It's downstairs in my car.
Well prepared. All right.
I had to lug all these banners.
in
I didn't
her
see you
defense, we didn't
stepping
know
up
it
to
was
help
coming.
a woman lug all these banners.
Well, if a woman would have actually, if I would have seen a woman walking up, I would have helped her. But I work with two other dudes.
How much was it to get that tape going for the mouse?
I don't know.
Somebody's like going, are we going to shock Virginia or what's going on here? How much is that going to cost?
I think there's a new item on the menu. You can duct tape one of our mouths shut.
We got Amy sending in a donation. Thank you so much to Amy and Tracy. So I appreciate you sending your stuff in. Amy actually sent in several, so we'll see what it is she wants. What's going to be interesting here is, does Suits, or do we have that list of what people are sending for? I know Suits said he was compiling exactly what everything is going to be going to here.
Suits is behind scenes basically crunching numbers.
He looks like he should be.
He's getting it together. They're also getting everybody's names together so we can put every single donor up on a wall of names on our Facebook and say thank you to everybody.
You know what, though? I am a little bored right now. I could really use I could really see Kevin do about 15 push-ups.
Okay.
Why don't you drop and give me 15?
15?
Riggy.
Okay. How many burpees?
I don't have that many. I got under.
Well, you keep saying I don't have that many.
Under 30 burpees.
Are you sure about that?
So sure.
If you do a burpee, you're going to bust right through your romper.
Well, we're trying to raise some money, right?
And how much do we have is for my push-ups? I got to figure that out, too.
You've got about 700 push-ups left.
No, I don't think so. No, I do not. I remember Suits was like, we were at, I think, 300.
Suits has
And
got.
that was like 6 months ago.
Suits has got the numbers. Suits right now, actually, I believe he's delivering subs.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's right.
He did. Yeah, we went out because we had this going on, but of course, and we do want to, of course, talk about this. It is the 18th anniversary of 9/11. And Suits, he ran out with Subway, and thank you very much to them for partnering with us. Going out to firehouses today, and first stop was the Boynton Beach Fire Rescue Station number 5 on High Ridge Road. So they're going to pop by there with Subway and drop off some subs for them because we believe on 9/11 we do our own Civil Servant Appreciation Day. And if somebody has that, wants to throw it out, if you're going to be offering up some free food for our civil servants, and that includes fire, cops, dispatchers, all that kind of good stuff. Don't forget about the Coast Guard, too, all that stuff. So let us know, and we'll get the word out, 877-979-WRMF. We can do that for you. We got KVJ TV on as well if you want to see Jbird in his donut pajamas, whatever's going on there. Yeah, looking good. You can dial up the YouTube and you can check that out. Just go to the KVJ show.
I'm a little bit more portly in the middle since the last time I wore this.
Well, it kind of fits. You got donuts on there. You got donuts on there and donuts in there.
And in my defense, this is a petite woman's outfit. I got this off the internet. Thought it was the male one. It's the female romper.
You are awful frisky. I mean, you are just frisky.
Too much energy.
He's got a lot of energy right now.
Be careful.
What time do I crash?
I don't want you to burn out.
I am.
By 3 p.m.
No. I got all 48 hours, baby.
Okay. We'll see how it goes here. You can watch. You can listen. KVJ 48 hours to rebuild the Bahamas. Hurricane Dorian sat over the Bahamas for 48 hours as a Category 5 storm and only moved 100 miles in that entire time.
Shock and horror.
Everything you have, everything's gone, everything.
To help them recover quicker, we are not going to end the KVJ show for 48 straight broadcast hours in an attempt to raise $100,000 cash.
They need to clean this stuff up, and in order for them to do that, the scent, all over, you have to evacuate the people because we can't breathe this thing in, man. Trust me.
Your donations will go directly to rebuilding a small town called West End, the oldest community on the Grand Bahama.
Everything, a lot of family live in these areas. They died. Nobody survived.
You can actually text and donate now. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. That's KVJ Bahamas to 44321 to donate right now. 48 hours of KVJ.
This is 97.9 WRMF.
Gotta tell you, thank you very much so far. And just almost our first 2 hours, we're at $10,658. I guess actually it'd be 12 because we haven't factored in what we got from Jumby Bay yet.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, we have?
Yep.
Okay, that's in there?
That's a total.
And I'm talking with Philip from Bud's Chicken and Seafood, and they're going to be making a donation. We're still in the works and talking about that.
Okay.
Very nice. Fun Sweets jumping in the fun as well, so thank you very much. Text KVJ Bahamas to 44321. KVJ Bahamas 44321. We're trying to get to $100,000. Now that storm, Dorian, sat over the Bahamas for 48 hours as a Cat 5, only moved 100 miles. That's why we're doing the 100K, and that's why we're on for 48 hours. So we're trying to kind of rebuild the town West End, and I'm reading about just what so many people are doing that is really awesome. And I was reading about a flotilla of like 40 different boats that left from Tuppence Marine in Lake Worth, and they were talking about the person who organized that actually is somebody who used to go to West End Grand Bahama to fish.
Okay.
And so, there's a connection. A lot of people with West End, but unfortunately, it's just one of those towns a lot of times it gets overlooked. And so that's why we're putting some time into it and trying to, as KVJ Nation, get together and help rebuild this town. We know if this is our town, if this is your town that you want to live in, not only would you want to get some normalcy back, you want to get a roof over your head, you want to get some cold water, get some hot food. You want to get some air conditioning.
All the creature comforts, that we all deserve. It's just so sad that these people are over there right now. They don't have any running water. They don't have any food. They don't have any shelter. It's a scary, scary place, and it could have been us.
And we got a great connection there with our charity, The Little Smiles. We're going to be going over there with the 501c3 that we have here, and every single penny is going to go to the supplies that we're going to take over there, and we are actually physically, as a KVJ Nation, you're going to watch, and unfortunately it's going to be over the course of a couple years, we're going to rebuild West End together so that when it's all said and done, we can be like going, KVJ, we rebuilt this town. This is our town. So if you ever go to West End, that's your town.
I love it.
You own it. This is Jareth, one of the contacts that we have there in West End. His restaurant was destroyed.
Demolished.
By the storm. Yeah.
I mean, it was just blown out completely.
Yeah.
Everything on the inside's gone. All the windows, all the doors just washed away. You just see like one wall standing and then nothing.
But, when we were talking to Todd McDermott from WPBF TV 25 earlier, he was saying, I was really encouraged by the optimism they still have. Their homes are gone for the most part, but there's still optimism. And, the Bahamians are still being polite and contrite. And it's very nice to see.
I'd imagine, too, there's some camaraderie there. Going through something terrible brings people together.
And people like Jareth, he's not leaving. He doesn't want to evacuate.
Right.
He is staying to feed those people, and he has been, and he continues to do that every single day.
Here's what he had to say about what's going on in West End.
Amazing day, but very stressful. You have hundreds of people here from Freeport throughout trying to get some stuff for their families. I would say 90% of them got something to take home. They're very grateful and thankful for what the American population has done, especially the Floridians. So you guys continue to do well, and I'll see you hopefully soon.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And if you make that donation, KVJ Bahamas to 44321, you just can take the receipt and text it to us, 877-979-WRMF. And we have different things that you can do here. Just $50, you'll get a shout out here on the show. If you do $100, we will play up to a 4-minute song from a major record label that is FCC friendly. And for $150, you can do what Haley did here. You can come hang out with us for 30 minutes. She was watching part of the KVJ 48 in person. And I love what Ryan and Rebecca Lewis did. They said, hey, if we make a donation, can we get Jbird to sing Happy Birthday on the guitar to our son, Max? It's his second birthday coming up.
Oh, I love it.
Here's $200. They sent the receipt in for West End, and you can see that. It all comes up. So
love
there you
it.
go. It's confirmed. Jbird's going to give what he can, and we're going to sing Happy Birthday to Max.
Yeah, sing it together with me.
Yeah.
Are you picking me up?
Okay, let me get you here. Okay, hold on. Okay, got you on that.
Good?
Yep, sounds
all
good.
Right. 1, 2, 3.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Max. Happy birthday to you.
Very nice.
Sorry.
We should have practiced.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to be having a lot of stuff thrown at us. There's going to be no practicing. We're not going to be polishing this. We're just doing it.
No practicing. Happy birthday. If you don't know happy birthday, come on.
Yes. We're just trying to make this whole thing happen. So appreciate all those. Some of the texts rolling in too, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Somebody said, I would laugh if Rob Schneider would donate the full $100,000 just to get a heartfelt apology from Virginia and then shave her head.
I would give it.
And you have to act like you like him.
Oh, I would hug him.
Really?
If he was smart, he would take that deal. That would be a good...
I don't know. His TV show got canceled.
Well, that's not how we're going to get... Yeah, well, then that's never going to happen. She's still ripping on the guy. It happened 12 years ago.
I forget nothing.
What about the Netflix show that he had?
I think it's still on.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. See, Virginia doesn't know. Maybe he still has
His
a show.
CBS show got canceled.
I heard Rob Schneider and Cam Newton are doing a show together.
Oh, boy.
It's too much evil for one television.
TV right there, Jbird. KVJ, 48 hours to rebuild the Bahamas. Here we are in hour 2. Actually, now we're in hour 3. Dang, look at that. Hour 3 now. We just started. We got 46 hours left to get through the 48, trying to raise ourselves $100,000 thanks to all the donations that we've received so far. Summer, thank you very much. Stanley Steamer, thank you very much for donating as well. Almost at $11,000 here in just the first 2 hours. So appreciate that. Got also requests for things for us to do for donations. We've got somebody saying how much to see Kevin and Jbird oil wrestle in Speedos.
That is, on a regular day, that one would be free for you, my friend.
That would, yeah.
But for today, it's a special day. You're gonna have to pay.
Yes. That probably be, we'd have to get the oil, the wrestling. That's probably, we'd do that for $1,000, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we'll make it real sexy like.
Yeah, we'd have to get a pool and some oil. Have to get Speedos.
'Cause I do wonder, is that person just throwing out an idea, or do they really have money behind the idea?
Well, that's just the thing. So we can put that on the big board, and then if we get to it, then we can go out and see if somebody can help us get the supplies.
Oh, here's what's awesome. All of a sudden, it started off with Jumby Bay. I'm getting hit up by businesses left and right in my personal saying, we want to be a part of this.
Good.
Yes.
They should be. I mean, the businesses are going to be a big part of it. I love all the, fun stuff that we're going to be doing, but businesses can really, push this thing over. If we're going to get to 100,000, that's the way it's going to go. For $1,000, we'll talk about you on the show. You also get a thank you on our webpage, kvjshow.com. For the $5,000 gold donation, you will get talked about here on the radio. Plus, you'll get your own Facebook and Instagram post on KVJ with good numbers there. For $10,000, you'll come in studio. We'll talk to you about your business. We'll do an interview with you about your business, and you'll get the social media posts on top of that. So there's going to be a lot of good stuff.
And we'll love your business. Oh, man, it's amazing.
Big time. We might work there. I don't know.
Yes.
We'll go out and help you out. Some questions coming in as well. Somebody said, is the KVJ Volunteer Army going to be a part of helping to rebuild West End physically? We would sign up for that. Yeah, that is the plan. That's really what we want to do. Today, we are raising the $100,000 to get the supplies we need so we can, phase 3, get the KVJ Volunteer Army together and physically go over to the Bahamas to West End. And you want to see, okay, hey, where'd my money go? It went for this nail you're holding, that board that you're about to nail up. That's the kind of stuff that we're talking about. You're going to physically be able to see your funds going to rebuild a town. And even if you got $5, every little bit helps. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. We'll do that. Shout outs $50. For $150, you can actually come and spend 30 minutes and watch the KVJ 48 in person. We've had some people already doing that. You can just show up with $150 and get in for that up until 5 o'clock tonight. And for $100, we will play up to a 4-minute song from a major record label that is FCC friendly. That is what we're doing.
I love how you throw in all of those disclaimers.
I had to talk to some unnerved people. They go, hey, what are we going to get? What's going to be going on? So, okay, how about we do these parameters?
2 Live Crew, the B-sides. What?
Yes, FCC. Yeah, we got to do the FCC part on that. And so, yeah, that's us covering all of our bases here. That is a donation right there to the Bahamas. Thank you very much, Nicole. There's your Bare Naked Ladies by request.
That's my jam.
That is a great song. Somebody's like, I love Kevin's rock face. Oh, yeah, the rock face going. Yeah.
Someone noticed your rock face today, and
Yeah.
they also noticed my serious face.
Oh,
When
really?
we were talking about the hurricanes, I had very stoic, serious face.
You get many different faces. This is different faces of KVJ.
This is also tired face.
Okay, well,
I'm
just wait.
I am not tired yet,
Okay.
baby.
Yeah, we're in hour 3. We've got 46 hours left. We are going nonstop, 48 hours to rebuild the Bahamas here, West End. Getting your donations. You text KVJ Bahamas to 44321 to jump in on that. I want to say thank you so much. The donations are right at $12,000 right now.
Okay.
Yes, rolling in here. And I want to say what up to Roof Leak Detection Company Incorporated. They are serving Broward and Palm Beach counties. Thank you guys so much for throwing in your $1,000 donation right there. That silver donation. We can definitely go and talk about you. We're going to throw you on the business thank you page. I see their number here, 855-890-1220. 855-890-1220. They obviously care about the Bahamas, throwing in some money like that. So thank you guys. Roof Leak Detection Co. Inc. If you got any roof leaks, you don't want to have that during the storms.
Virginia's got some roof leaks. Virginia's got a whole heap load of problems right now. She's at her HOA meeting right now. This is the big meeting,
We
man.
got a text earlier, and I don't know if it was legit, but they said that the people that are on her HOA, they don't like her, and she's wasting her time because she's not going to get her damn pool.
Do you think maybe she was a bit abrasive with some of her tactics, or no?
I think she's probably handled the whole thing completely wrong.
Not our girl. She's rolling into this HO meeting with
HOA.
with a HOA meeting with about 10 people, 4 people that are on a legal team. She wants to film and record it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes
It doesn't feel like it's the right approach.
it's not.
Yeah. I don't think she's going to be. I think she's going to come back from this thing, and she's going to be all upset.
It's going to be a long 48.
Yeah. And I was kind of hoping like we would just play Name That Nut, before she left. I was like, why don't we just get this out of the way? Because she's going to come back and she's going to, who knows what she's going to shoot at you.
You were talking about it for a good 25 minutes.
And
I'm
she's
thinking,
like, I got to leave at noon. I'm like, it's 11:30.
I would
I'll
have
get in my car.
I would have gotten the air thingy.
I'm like, okay, well, I just teased her. We're going to play it here in a second.
The diva of the Palm Beaches.
Now I got to get my car.
KVJ.
So we couldn't play Name That Nut right then and there because she had to go to her car.
Oh, make no mistake, Name That Nut it's going to be going on for probably a few rounds.
Okay. All right. Well, we got that. We got a lot of suggestions that people were texting in as well. I said, want to see the snack pack? They need to be making an appearance.
They are supposed to be coming in tomorrow.
Okay. Tomorrow they'll be here. Very
yes, we have not rehearsed in a very long time. It's not going to be good, but that's the rawness of it, baby.
Mm-hmm. Hoping Vanilla Ice going to be popping by here before too long. He sent me a text. He'll be here sometime, in just a little bit.
He'll be here sometime.
Don't know when.
In the next 48 hours.
Hey, whenever we have Rob on the show, it's just like I think he was scheduled for 8. It's like 9:30. Oh, hey, there he is. Okay.
People are like, I thought Vanilla Ice was going to be here at 11 a.m. Like,
I know.
Y'all.
Yeah, I can show you the text. It's just he's on ice time, baby.
Yeah, when you were a kid, you ever think you'd be friends with Vanilla Ice? That's pretty wild.
Yeah, no, never thought that'd be the case. But he's going to pop in here. We're going to have some fun with him. Kim in Wellington said that people need a classic KVJ competition like some butt darts. What was the butt darts?
Butt darts was where we threw darts at our butt.
I think, and they're real darts, and we had them stick, right?
Yeah. We let the
painful.
hind parts out. It's really not that painful, unless you draw blood. You can kind of have it stick in your skin.
Yeah, I remember the pumpkin darts. Virginia threw one right into my chest. I think it punctured my lung. It went in there and it stuck really well.
Look, I have a lot of bad material, but I was saving it for later. I mean, I've got the classic game.
we got some fun stuff. We got some stuff that we could jump on too. Actually, we've got even earlier from the show. We got a Denny's or Animal. I do have to give away some stuff, so
that would be fun.
Yeah, we can probably do that coming up here in just a second. Karen is giving us $100 for Virginia to shave her head.
Karen,
thank you very much for that. So keep all those donations coming in here. And again, if you want to earmark them for something, it's KVJ Bahamas to 44321. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. And then you take your receipt and you text that to 877-979-WRMF.
When have you eaten lunch? Have you already eaten?
Yeah, I ate.
You want to get a little dirty?
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about ordering a pizza.
Oh, really?
Or,
Okay.
or a few pizzas.
I just get some pizza.
Fat Kevin, will you come out for the Great 48?
It just got me. I ate like 45 minutes ago.
I can spend $100 and how much is it to play a song?
It's $100.
$100. I want to play the Fat Kevin song. It's under 4 minutes long.
Okay.
And I want to. If I throw an extra 100 or two, can you eat pizza during it?
Oh, geez. I don't know, man. Throwing a lot of stuff in there. Yeah, Roof Leak, I just want to give their number out again. They text in. It's 800-330-0684. I think I gave out the emergency number. So 800-330-0684. Thank you very much. Roof Leak Detection Company, Inc., one of our silver donators today to try to get to our $100,000. Again, for $5,000, you'll get the on-air mention, plus you'll get the Facebook and Instagram post, and the platinum donation, $10,000 plus. You come in studio, we'll interview you about your business, find out all about it, and you'll get the social media post as well.
We'll delve deep and we'll act like we are into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, if you spend that much money, I'm going to be into it. Trust me, I'll be like, wow, I'm fascinated with what you got.
Whether I like your product or not, I'm going to act like I like it during that segment.
No doubt. So, and everybody else too, like Kathleen and Jennifer and Amanda and Patrina, thank you all too. We are over $12,000 now. 88 plus donors. KVJ Bahamas to 44321, trying to get to 100,000 before Friday at 10 a.m. Hurricane Dorian sat over the Bahamas for 48 hours as a Category 5 storm and only moved 100 miles in that entire time.
Shock and horror.
Everything you have, everything's gone, everything.
To help them recover quicker, we are not going to end the KVJ show for 48 straight broadcast hours in an attempt to raise $100,000 cash.
They need to clean this stuff up, and in order for them to do that, the scent, all over, you have to evacuate the people because we can't breathe this thing in, man. Trust me.
Your donations will go directly to rebuilding a small town called West End, the oldest community on the Grand Bahama.
Everything, a lot of family live in these areas. They died. Nobody survived.
You can actually text and donate now. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. That's KVJ Bahamas to 44321 to donate right now. 48 hours of KVJ.
Is 97.9 WRMF.
Gotta say what up to the Bloomerang gang helping us try to get to $100,000. They're all just kind of like sitting around saying, hey, what do you want to hear? And they're shooting us donations. I appreciate that. Trying to get to 100,000 here for the 48 hours of KVJ. You can send us in those requests, $100, play up to a 4-minute long song from a major record label. It's FCC friendly. That's the guidelines. It's KVJ Bahamas to 44321. That's KVJ Bahamas 44321. And then just get that receipt and text it to us at 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-WRMF, and you can get your songs on here and basically just take over the radio station. What you want to hear, you get played. Thank you very much. That was by donation to Michael. Appreciate that, sending that in here. Trying to look at the donations that we had, and the number keeps scrolling up on me. It's so funny. People called me out for crashing the post on that song. They pay for it, and I crashed the post.
Crashing the post, what does that mean if you're not in the radio biz?
Yeah, it means I talked over the first part of the lyrics because I was going to throw in the amount that we were at, and the number was spinning. And I don't know why it spins. We're at $12,295.
Look, if you need help with me hitting the post, I can help you with that. I can totally nail and ramp up these songs if you want. Next request?
Well, I'd had the idea, if you want to, where you come over here and run the controls, but you do it with the shot collar. And for every little mess up you do, and I can kind of like coach you that way, because that's really what the shot collar is for. It's to try to correct dogs' behavior. They're like digging to try to get out, from underneath the fence. You shock them a little bit.
Okay.
They bark, you shock them.
So here's where it gets a little hairy for me. It's the commercial stuff. I feel like at this point I could get calls going, and I could have conversations with people, and maybe even throw in a sound effect.
Okay.
And if you're just listening and you don't know, what the KVJ show is about, I'm the one that's not very good technically behind the board, as they say.
Yeah, and I don't even think it has to be that tough. I think it's just something where we could, just have you You're like, okay, you're kind of like running it. We just switch positions.
Kev, I want to talk to the people. I want to just, even if it's not about hurricane stuff, call in. Tell me about your love problem. Let's get into it.
You want to do it like love advice, or you're gonna?
I just like talking to the people.
Yeah, I know you do.
You know, back in the day, back in like the 70s, it'd be at least this is what I was told. They'd have somebody in the radio station, and they'd just go ahead, put the microphone on, let people call in, just talk. It's kind of feel the vibe of the city.
I wasn't doing radio back then, so I don't know how it was.
You were a child.
Yeah, I was a child. I was not doing radio, and that time period was going on.
Radio seems very lawless back then.
Yes. People want to know what happened to Virginia. Did she get a sudden case of pink eye?
That's good.
No. Virginia had to go deal with important things.
She claims she'll be back here by 1 o'clock.
Did she say 1?
She said 1 o'clock.
No, I think her thing started at... No, she left at noon. I think her thing starts at 1. I think she said she'd be back by 3.
Really? That's not what I heard.
Did you hear something different, Denny's? No, I think no, I mean, if her thing started at noon... at 1, she left at noon, and everything starts at 1. She ain't going to be back at 1.
I don't know, but for the start for the Great 48, Virginia took off, so did Suits.
Well, Suits is doing something good because today's 9/11. He's delivering subs to fire stations from Subway. That's where we would all be, but we're doing this right now. So he's representing us doing that.
But our poor sweet Denny's is kind of doing the job of about 4 different people right now.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we're all loaded down. But hey, Virginia needs that swimming pool.
That's right. That's right. It's all about the swimming pool.
That's it. We got to get that going. So there you go. So, yes, if you want to send us a donation, you can. It is KVJ Bahamas 44321. And the businesses is what we really want to go for. Platinum donation, $10,000. Get an in-studio interview. Gold donation, $5,000. We'll mention you, put you on our social media platforms. And a silver, $1,000. We'll talk about you and put you up on the website. Is how that is going to go. Thank you to Jessica and Casey, all for sending in some donations here just in the last couple of minutes. Appreciate y'all doing that. Some of the questions on some of the stuff that we've got here is Denny's is going to be, trying to add up. If we get $5,000, Jbird shaves his eyebrows. If we get to $20,000, Virginia's going to shave her head. If we get to $1,000, I'm wearing a thong for an hour.
Shaving of the eyebrows, they do come back?
I think it depends. I'm not sure it's guaranteed.
Where are we at with the eyebrows?
I don't know. Denny's is kind of doing all that stuff right now. That's kind of his thing.
All right. Yeah. I kind of feel like you're getting out of this kind of easy, Riggy. A thong?
Well, I mean, there's other suggestions. We can put it all on the board. There's a couple things here. One, how much for Kevin to eat a whole chocolate cake?
I mean, now that's where it hurts him. Okay. For me, that's not a punishment. For Kevin, that is rough.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
At that point, if you have to eat a chocolate cake, you're fat, Kevin. You're bringing him out for it.
Yeah, I will. I'd probably go off the deep end. I'd probably put on 80 pounds in a month. You guys would be like, whoa, what happened to him?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's where I would go down. Yeah, it'd at least probably start at, that's at least a $500 one right there. That's tough for me. Also, Rachel Lee said, I'd like to see the Mexican Queen come in and roast Kevin.
I would like to.
Wow, that'd be a lot of not fun.
It's a good cause.
It is for a great cause.
I mean, Virginia's going to shave her head. If we can get... Do you think we're going to get to $20,000 to shave her head?
I don't.
Because honestly, what's going to probably have to happen, and I'm just kind of crunching numbers here. If you want to see me shave my eyebrows for $5,000, you're kind of torn between, am I going to put it towards Bird with the eyebrows, or do I want to put it towards Virginia with the shaving of the head? People want to see her head shaved.
Good point.
They don't want to see my eyebrows.
Yeah, good point. I kind of feel you on that. 14,378. That's what we're at right now.
Yvette says, how much for Jason not to eat for 24 hours? I have not eaten anything today. $1,000. If you can give me $1,000, give us $1,000. I will not eat a thing today.
But people don't realize you actually will go a good bit of time without eating sometimes, and then right before bedtime.
I'm mentally prepared for the Great 48. I'm mentally prepared for not eating, and I'm prepared to not sleep.
Oh, wow.
I'm prepared, baby.
Are you really? Okay.
I will
no
eat.
sleep? You think that's going to happen?
I will eat, but I know I'm not sleeping in 48 hours. I just know it in my heart.
Really? Okay.
It's not even a get. It's a knowing.
Okay. What do you think? Should we do the Denny's or Animal? Or no, I think we got the wheel coming up, don't we? Are we doing the wheel?
Is the wheel ready?
Yeah, I think we're going to play the Wheel of Accents here in a bit. Yeah, we'll get that together. Yeah, somebody wants to burn Denny's shirt. Is that what's going on?
Someone wants to know how much will it cost to burn that soy sauce shirt he always wears.
Thing is on heavy rotation.
I mean, honestly, we may pay you to do that.
Yeah.
He's saying $500. $500. That's his favorite shirt. Denny's will
it's-
burn his soy sauce shirt.
He wears that thing about every third day, I think.
It's worth it. 500 bones.
Christina said, how much for Kev to get a tattoo? Wow.
Tattoos is something we, look, I'm not afraid if it's the right price.
Tattoo of what? Like, I'm very happy to have pristine skin. And that's the other question, too. Tattoo of what?
Again, are these just ideas without any money behind it?
Yeah, I think right now, I mean, again, hey, yeah, for the right amount, yeah, it would go in there. But I would, start for getting a tattoo. That, for me, is that's a $5,000 one right there, starting on that. And then depends on what you want me to get. If it's something stupid that for the rest of my life.
I'm still trying to book a new mime. The mime I was going to interview completely canceled on me. Last minute, too.
Really?
Didn't say a word.
Mimes are completely unreliable.
They really are.
That's the problem that I found with mimes myself.
If anyone does know a mime that wants some publicity, that wants to get interviewed, let me know.
So how's this going to work then? You're going to be doing an interview with a mime. The mimes are notorious for not speaking.
You're curious, aren't you?
Oh, I'm just, yeah.
You're going to have to tune in, my man, after midnight.
Yeah.
Or whenever I'm on.
When's it going to get to? Yeah, you're on here later tonight. I was just kind of like looking at some of the stuff that we have. We got Jbird's high school love letters.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to read them tonight.
Okay. We've got Connect 4 tournament.
Oh, yeah, Connect 4 tournament. We do. That's right. We're not allowed to bring anybody into the studio past 5 p.m., right? That's the rule.
I think, yeah, they have to be accompanied or employee, something like that.
But if I know a couple people that want to just come on in, just hit me up. Who wants to come in to be part of the Connect 4 tournament?
Also, who is breathing, Jbird or Chewy?
That game, oh yeah, that's a fun game.
So it's not like Denny's or Animal. It's who is it breathing? Is it you or your dog?
It's either me or my dog Chewy. Can you tell my breath, my breathing compared to my dog Chewy? I got 5 clips here. Do you want to get into that now?
So this is all the highbrow content we got to look forward to coming up a little bit later on tonight.
We don't have to burn that bit now. If you don't want to.
I mean, I wouldn't. I just want to get a little bit of a taste to get an idea of how tough this might be. Okay.
Is that Chewy or is that Bird?
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be out. Here comes that Marconi Award we've been holding out for.
I'm going for the Macaroni Award.
We already won that. Big thanks to Yvette for throwing in a little donation. Jessica as well. Appreciate y'all for jumping in on that. We're at almost $14,500 right now.
Okay, baby.
Yes. We're doing the KVJ 48. 48 hours is how long Hurricane Dorian was sitting over the Bahamas as a Cat 5 with 180-plus mile-an-hour winds. And it only went 100 miles in that time. So we're setting ourselves to get $100,000 by Friday morning at 10 a.m. And here's what we've got for you. For businesses, you can do a silver, gold, or platinum donation to $1,000, $5,000, or $10,000. The $10,000, you get the in-studio interview. So you can come in here and we'll just we'll talk to you and rap about whatever it is you do, and it's going to be a full-length commercial. So that is going to be happening. KVJ TV is capturing it all as well. You can watch on YouTube to check it out. Somebody saying, can we get an update on how much money each punishment has gotten? We're going to get to that when Suits gets back from delivering his subs with Subway for 9/11. It is today our Civil Servant Appreciation Day. So we got a lot of stuff going on, but keep it right here. More KVJ 48 on the way. Hurricane Dorian sat over the Bahamas for 48 hours as a Category 5 storm and only moved 100 miles in that entire time.
Shock and horror.
Everything you had, everything's gone, everything.
To help them recover quicker, we are not going to end the KVJ show for 48 straight broadcast hours in an attempt to raise $100,000 cash.
They need to clean this stuff up, and in order for them to do that, the scent, all over, you have to evacuate the people because we can't breathe this thing in, man. Trust me.
Your donations will go directly to rebuilding a small town called West End, the oldest community on the Grand Bahama.
Everything, a lot of family live in these areas. They died. Nobody survived.
You can actually text and donate now. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. That's KVJ Bahamas to 44321 to donate right now. 48 hours of KVJ.
This is 97.9 WRMF.
It is the 48 hours of KVJ creeping up on $15,000. We're trying to get to $100,000 to rebuild West End, Grand Bahama. Going to be taking over the supplies, getting the KVJ Volunteer Army involved, and letting you help us to rebuild a town over there that was wiped out from Hurricane Dorian. 48 hours, it sat there as a Cat 5. Moved 100 miles in that 48 hours, so we're going to go for $100,000 in 48 hours. KVJ Bahamas, you can text that to 44321. 44321 KVJ Bahamas. We're getting there, and we got some ideas for stuff to do as well. People want me to eat Camille's pizza, $100 for every slice. Okay, you bring it, I'll do it.
I will help you do that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be torture for me to watch you eat. I mean, there's part of me I'd be so happy to see it.
Yes.
But if I wasn't able to participate, I would be very, very sad.
And somebody said too, how much for Kevin to sing the University of Alabama fight song with passion?
How much?
I don't know it. So I'd have to learn it. I could sing along to it.
Yeah,
if you that'd be like a song request. You do that, I'll do that for, I don't know, 100, 200, something like that.
People keep asking, why don't you guys do anything crazy yet? Well, you got to pay for it. You have to pay for it. We can't do it.
Well, I thought about that. I'm looking at stuff that we could do, and I'm like, yeah, but if we start doing that, then we're not going to make the money on it.
We're burning the material and no money. This is all for money.
That's right. We're doing this for donations otherwise.
We're not doing this to be on the radio long to try out bits.
Yes.
That's not what this is about.
This is about we will do them and we will do the bits. So that's why when you text in your donation, KVJ Bahamas 44321, then send us the receipt to 877-979-WRMF. So if we start getting those money for different things, then we will start doing the stuff. But yeah, if we do it before then nobody's going to donate, and then we're just in here, I don't know, acting fools for 48 hours, and we're going to be worn out. Today is the 18th anniversary of 9/11. That's why Suits is running around. We got everybody running around, so everybody's got something a project they're doing too. So it's started in a weird way. But we'd already committed to doing that. And that's something we do every single year, Civil Servant Appreciation Day. So thank you to Subway for sending out those.
Were you on the air when 9/11 happened?
Yeah,
you
Regina
were.
and I were. Yeah, absolutely. It was crazy. It was just one of those days like a lot of people didn't know what was going on. You thought it was a commuter plane that had hit the World Trade Center, and you're like, oh boy, that's tragic. But you're thinking, maybe a handful of deaths, and that was going to be it. And then as we were watching the footage of the burning World Trade Center, then you saw the other plane hit. At that point, you're like, okay, this is something bad.
I was in a job interview, and the one person comes and says, hey, a plane just hit one of the World Trade Center buildings, and the guy's like, okay, by the way, you want to take the golf balls and put them over here. It was not at all.
Yeah.
I don't think he even knew what was happening. No. In fact, even after the second plane, I think some people were like, what's going on here?
It was confusing. You'd never seen anything like it before in American history. And Craig had sent us an email. I said, hey, I work at the Boca Raton Airport. We had a plane that crashed in the parking lot by the airport road. I know it's 9/11, but this is just an accident. If you could send a message, there's nothing malicious. It's not a terrorist act. Everybody survived, and they missed all the buildings. So I see that that is some traction. People are talking about that. But if you did see that and you see the smoke over there, there's nothing to worry about. It's thankfully everybody is okay from that. So anyway, that's one way to get a hold of us via the email, mail@kvjshow.com. You can also do the 877-979-WRMF. Okay, if you're talking about favorite movies, which one would you pick out of these three? John Wick, Taken, or Die Hard?
I have to pick the one I like.
The one that you like the most. Which one do you think is the best out of those three?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfather.
I was torn, and I love Taken too. John Wick is amazing. That's a really tough one. I've watched Die Hard the most, but it's because it's the oldest.
But I think it's the best one, though. I love Taken for the one scene. That one scene, that's why I watch Taken.
It is very good, though. But, Taken and John Wick, they almost cancel each other out because they're almost the same premise. They're just a revenge movie. Die Hard's got the survival premise, and there's a lot more to it.
I love a good revenge movie.
I do too. That's why, and I love all three of them. That to me is maybe the toughest one that is in this grouping here. Okay, what if you talk about? Let's go with Lion King, Aladdin, Little Mermaid.
Lion King's the best.
Yeah,
we're talking
I agree
about
too.
the original cartoon. Lion King's the best.
Gut wrenching, but yes, I agree. Forrest Gump, Rudy, or Rocky? Best movie.
It's between Gump and Rocky, and it's going to be Rocky in the end for me.
Okay.
You hate Rudy.
Yeah, I've never even seen Rudy.
I can't believe that.
I think it's dumb. I'm not a big fan of Notre Dame either.
Good story though, man.
I might, oddly enough, because it's the first Rocky and he loses. Spoiler alert.
Oh, jeez, Kev.
Forrest Gump, I'm going with there. Okay, one more. Coming to America, Trading Places, or Beverly Hills Cop?
Best one's Coming to America.
Yeah.
It is.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
Trading Places, then Beverly Hills Cop.
It's nice to see Eddie Murphy off his couch. That's basically what he said. He's like, I've just been sitting on my couch and got bored. So he's actually back up doing things. He's going to be doing Coming to America 2. He's going to be doing stand-up next year.
I'm excited. He was so super famous, man. Some people don't like that after a while.
Yeah. I think it's some really cool stuff. Well, here we are. The reason why we're here, it's 48 hours of KVJ trying to raise $100,000 by 10 a.m. on Friday morning. What you want to do is, if you would like to donate to rebuild West End on Grand Bahama Island, you can text us a donation. Just go KVJ Bahamas to 44321, KVJ Bahamas to 44321. And Suits, when he gets back here, is going to be putting together the list of where we are with all the challenges people put out as people are donating specifically to those. And then how far we have to go on each one. You can probably pick one, and you can start figuring out exactly what we're going to do. In the meantime, too, we're doing shout-outs. That's $50. If you want a shout-out, we'll do that for you. When you send in your donation, for $100, we'll play up to a 4-minute song from a major record label that is FCC friendly. Or you can just show up and hang out with us for $150 for 30 minutes to hang out for the KVJ 48 in person. We had Carlos that was requesting some Missy Elliott. Get Your Freak On. This is a great song, and this is for you, Carlos. Thank you very much for your donation. Getting up to the $15,000 mark here as we're trying to get to $100,000. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. You can text those in and then get us the receipt, 877-979-WRMF. Got some shout-outs as well going on. We've got Beverly, what up? Thank you very much for your donation. Ashley, very awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. And Tiffany, also throwing in, going to the Bahamas, getting it all done here on the KVJ show. We are going to be going until Friday morning at 10 a.m. It is the KVJ 48 going for $100,000 for the Bahamas, and specifically working on rebuilding a town, West End, that Virginia introduced us to. Somebody from our charity Little Smiles had a connection to West End and talked about how the town is often overlooked. They were back in 2016 with the hurricane that they had there then, where it was just hard to get supplies to West End. It's the oldest community on Grand Bahama, all the way on the western side of it. And so we said, you know what, let's go in there, let's adopt this town, let's raise $100,000, we'll take in supplies, we'll get the KVJ Volunteer Army, we'll rebuild this thing. We had Todd McDermott in here earlier as we started off the 48 hours of KVJ, and he was just talking about how people were worried that they weren't going to get any help. And there were parts or little islands or little towns that say we just get overlooked every single time. And without the Americans, meaning the Floridians, if we're not there to help, then they are just living in desperation right now. I mean, can you imagine? There's no shelter, there's no roofs. They're having a hard time finding water, food, definitely no air conditioning, and no smartphones. Oh my goodness. Just kind of crazy. And Florida's really stepped up, and it's amazing what we've done so far. And thank you to everybody that helped us with our supply drive last week. We filled 4 to 5 trucks and raised like $17,000. But as Todd was telling us today, just he's been over there. He was on the first cruise ship that went in Freeport. He'd said, you know, the thing about it is we are going to have to keep doing this for a while. And the people in the Bahamas were saying, please do not forget about us, because this isn't going to be done in 3 months or 6 months or a year. This is going to take a massive rebuilding. And that's why this still, with what we're doing here, it's our own little statement, but it's still a drop in the bucket. You know, there's just so much that has to be done to be able to do this. So We appreciate everybody that is helping out. And so far, Florida's raised about $3 million in donations for a total of $11 million that they've gotten in resources to the Bahamas. Places like the American Red Cross has already committed $2 million in relief efforts. Michael Jordan himself got a nice little pad in North Palm Beach. He's already donated $1 million to hurricane relief.
Does he have money?
Oh, my gosh, yeah. He got a few.
He does.
Yeah. So I want to say appreciate you. We just right now at the $15,000 mark. Thank you very much to Tammy.
Okay.
And Wanda. They just dropped in a couple of donations. It looks like they're going to get some requests as well.
It starts getting real exciting when we go to that 20,000 mark. That's when you can start tasting it.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be great, I think, when we can get Suits back here from his deliveries that he's doing with Subway right now. And first thing he's going to do, he's going to put that mathematical mind to work, and he's going to say, okay, here's all the different challenges we have, and here's how much money's been donated to it. We can start letting you know, like, how far we are. Because so far, we've just been getting ideas for, okay, like Jacob said, how much to have Kevin put on sunglasses. So, that's all just the kind of stuff that we're getting here.
And the people have great ideas. They do.
I do.
There's got to be money behind these ideas, dang it.
I agree. You're spitting out a lot of great ideas. We'll start getting them down. We'll start seeing what the money is going to go to. And to do that, you text KVJ Bahamas to 44321 if there's an idea that you hear that you like. You'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll give a little bit of money to that. And then you make the donation, then you text that receipt to us to 877-979-WRMF.
Like Dee in the chat room, she wants to know, Kevin, what happened to your hair? I'll tell you what happened. It became magical. It looks amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with the positives here, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
People are asking all kind of questions.
Yes. So there you go. People in the chat room. We got KVJ TV that is cranking on YouTube. You can jump in the chat room there. You can also shoot us text, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. If you want a song played, it's $100. We'll do it. 4-minute song.
This is 97.9 WRMF.
I gotta say thank you so much to Elisa. She just dropped in a donation. John Skinner just dropped in one. Christina, she dropped in a donation as well. You can take over the music here. We're trying to get to $100,000 for the Bahamas. We're at $15,240. Here we are right now. We are in hour 4 of this, and we've got 45 hours left. We're doing 48 hours of KVJ to try to get to $100,000. Now, the biggest thing that you can do, too, is if you do have a business, you can come in here and be interviewed by the KVJ show. We will talk to you about it. That's the platinum donation, $10,000. Just for even $1,000, you can have us talk about your business. Throw out a couple phone numbers. Say, hey, they're fantastic. $5,000, you get that kind of on-air love. Plus, you also get on Facebook and Instagram on the KVJ Show social media. We don't do that for anybody except for the big guys and you, because you're going to be helping out the Bahamas. Trying to do what we can to raise the money here. KVJ Bahamas, you can text it to 44321. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. And if you got something specific you want to see, I really want to see Virginia shave her head. That'd be amazing. Somebody's saying, I know that she's talking about like throwing on a wig. If we get to the 20,000, could she at least go maybe a week just wearing nothing but bald? And I think that would be great, right?
Absolutely. But we have to see what we're at with that. Because if we're only at like $1,000 for that, we have a lot of work to go to.
Yes. Well, Suits is going to compile all that when he gets back. $15,240 right now.
Did he deliver the subs to Omaha? Where did he go?
Sure, I don't know. Is he coming back? Or?
He's been gone for an hour and a half. I mean, was he making the subs
going to Boynton.
as well?
That's a 20-minute trip.
Where's your boy at Seuss, Denny's?
Yeah, he went and dropped that off. He had to give his cat a shot, so I think he went to his house.
Of what, whiskey?
Can you bring some here?
But yeah, I'm trying to compile numbers. I'm getting that audio from the
Gotcha.
mayor over at, yeah. So once I get all that, I'll get it off with it.
That's basically Denny's kind of yelling at us. Like, guys, get off my case.
I can tell.
Yeah, whoa, edgy Denny's.
Temperamental there, huh? Okay. Yeah, so like we said, here's the rules. If you want to have a song played for $100, we play up to a 4-minute song from a major record label that is FCC friendly. And Amy Beller wants Summer Highland Falls. This is your all-time favorite song, and she's doing this for you by Billy Joel.
I love it, and I'm wondering if she is the woman that took me to the Lynn University, Billy Joel was doing a private show, and she got these rare tickets, and she ended up taking me. I think that's her.
Okay.
If it's not, I apologize.
Well, she apparently loves them as well. She's doing this, and she wants this dedicated to the Motion Segway Stoneman Douglas Preserve. I believe this is in Wellington.
Come on, Kim Cheats, for a good cause. Let's see that money then.
That's it. That's what it takes. You get your request. It's kind of fun. It's kind of like you just took over a radio station. You're just having fun. It's like you're just playing in your bedroom.
I love it.
Yeah.
And someone said, that sounds like a song Jbird gets ready when he's going out. You're right.
That's what gets you pumped?
I get pumped.
That gets you pumped.
That's my running music, if I ever run.
So $100 up to a 4-minute song from a major record label that is FCC friendly. Basically, can't believe your Uncle Steve playing the banjo and send that to us.
Although I kind of want to hear that.
Uncle Steve, yeah, we play a clip of it maybe.
Maybe after
maybe not the
midnight.
whole song, yeah. What you do, you go KVJ Bahamas. They also, too, have the memo thing in there. I think a lot of times that's sending it to us. 44321, KVJ Bahamas to 44321. It is 48 hours of KVJ to rebuild the Bahamas. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, and we're going to need a lot of money, and this is just really our second step. We did the supply drive last week, get some money now so we can get some supplies so that we can go over to the Bahamas itself and actually start rebuilding the place. And I tell you, how often do South Floridians go over there? A lot of us have second homes there, or sometimes that's our original home, and we just live here. So we're all in this together. We're over the $15,000 mark right now. You can go and hit it up. It is KVJ Bahamas 44321, $15,240. We'll do a quick refresh and keep getting the money coming in here. The songs that you want to hear, you just let us know. Thank you very much to Angela. Just threw in another donation as well.
People are texting in too, correct? We have the chat room going and the texting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So, and Denny's is working on seeing where we are with all the different challenges that we're going to do. See how far we are from getting the money for that, and then it's about time for us to start performing. So check it out. Watch it on KVJ TV. People asking questions about the donations here when it comes to the Bahamas and the 48 hours of KVJ to rebuild the Bahamas. Somebody had sent in a text, and they said, if you donate through the Little Smiles website instead of through text, do you see it, or do we still have to text in the receipt with the request? No, you'll be able to get that. We just need to be able to see the receipt, so if you can send it. In fact, what some people were doing earlier was they were just forwarding the email that they got since they were online, and we can see it that way. But, yeah, it all goes to the same place, so that's not a problem. Cheryl said, can we still make a donation with you guys through Friday? That is payday. Get that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're not going to stop with it. We're just really trying to push to see if we can do this. I mean, will South Florida get behind this, and will we get to 100,000 by 10 a.m. on Friday morning? Businesses would love to see you guys jump in anywhere from $1,000, $5,000 to $10,000. $10,000 gets you an in-studio interview. You can jump on to the text online. You can also go KVJ Bahamas to 44321. And we will get your donations that way as well. And hey, if you got $5, I mean, it's all good. It all goes to something. You can even throw that into have Virginia shave her head. I'm all cool with that too. Like, thank you to Laura. She just donated a minute ago. So I appreciate that.
To Virginia's the head, or just the whole?
I believe so. Yeah, that's it. That's the number one thing that people are really going after that one.
No one wants to see Bird lose eyebrows. No one wants to see Kevin in a thong. They want to see Virginia with the buzz cut. That's how she'd say it too. Kevin, buzz cut.
I'll get my hair buzzed. I look crazy.
She'll look great. She'll be our G.I. Jane.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said, how much would it take for Jbird to say the stalker's name, his stalker's name over the radio?
Kristen. I already said it before, so
okay, all right.
0.
Okay. There you go. Boom.
Her name's Kristen.
Okay. I think what we're talking about was the interview, though, right? That's something.
Yeah, I think we got to, but again, everyone keeps on asking for it. There's no money towards it. I you know me, yeah. I love to do all this stuff, but I thought this whole goal was to, we don't do it until we get the money.
We can't, yeah, because if
what's
not,
the point?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're going to wait on. So I
want to perform for y'all. Come on.
Yeah. Got to get some of these things knocked out. We'll do requests and shout outs. So then $50 for a shout out and $100 play up to 4-minute song from a major record label that is FCC friendly. When you text in KVJ Bahamas to 44321. How much will it cost for Kevin to own that the Buckeyes cheated to win the national title against the Miami Hurricanes. I could lie and say it for $150.
You don't believe it.
I won't believe it, but yeah, I could definitely say it. So you can get those suggestions in. Also, a shout out, Joey from Ohio sent in $100 for a shout out. So thank you very much. He's like, I'm cool without the song.
People want to start playing Ask Us Anything. Is that for money or is that just for?
That's maybe just for fun.
For fun.
Yeah.
We're open books here.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll play that here in just a little bit. So we got a lot of stuff that we're going to get to. So if you want to hit us up, you can do that. It is 877-979-WRMF. So we are doing 48 hours of KVJ. 48 hours. Hurricane Dorian sat over the Bahamas, just drilling them. Cat 5, pounding them. And it only moved 100 miles in that time. So we are going to raise $100,000. By gosh, we're going to do it.
Do we have an update?
15,591. That's where we are right now. 15,591. So we're right there at what we already got on the 2 days worth of the supply drive that happened here. And that was with a $10,000 check coming in on that too. So I'm, it's a good start, but we have still a long way to go. We're only on hour 4 and we got 45 hours left.
I feel good. I feel like I could lift a mountain, Denny's.
Energized and all ready, huh? Okay, well, we got something fun here, too. Now, there's many different ways that you can help us out here, and we're going to get to some of the challenges coming up as we get the tallies in and find out where we are. It's KVJ Bahamas to 44321, 44321, KVJ Bahamas, and you can let us know specifically what it is you want. Shout-outs are $50, $100 for the song requests, and $150 you get to come and hang out 30 minutes in here with us. And right now we have Rachel and Anya, I believe, in here. Say hello. Is that Anya over there? She just got out of school. Is that right, Anya?
Yep.
Okay. And what school do you go to?
Santa Lucia's Community High School.
Santa Lucia's. Yeah. Okay.
Can't see on the camera.
Yeah. Get them on the camera there. Okay.
Our wheel's blocking her.
I know. Well, that wheel is kind of important, too. You kind of want the wheel on here because we're going to do a quick impromptu round here with Anya. We're going to see. Do you take any languages right now, Anya, at St. Lucia's?
I already took Spanish, but I'm doing sign language, which doesn't really count, I guess.
That's
but,
cool.
There's no accent. Is there accents in sign language? Is
No,
like somebody,
it's
the way they
just-
move their hand, it's almost
No.
like they've got an accent? No, there's no
I just
accents.
thought it would be cool to take.
Yeah, why not? Absolutely. I think it's great. Well, you're in luck here because we're going to spin the wheel. Jbird, make sure that we have that where they can see it. Denny's is going to do an accent here from our wheel. You can see this, and we're going to see if Anya can figure out what accent it is that Denny's is going to do here.
Is he going to do it correctly?
Of course.
Well, there's a pretty good chance no.
He's pretty good at this. Okay, so we're spinning the wheel of accents right now. And whatever it lands on, Denny's is going to do an accent for that country. Oh, okay. We're going to see if you can. Okay, we're going to see if you can guess what it is.
You can't say it. Bit killer. We got the mom's in the studio, and she's
It's Remy.
bit killer.
We'll have to spin it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
hold
you
on.
should look at the wheel.
I've got
I
it
think you
just
need
for
to
her.
look away.
Yeah, that one's for Rachel. Okay.
Let's give it another spin here.
Okay, we give another spin here.
Don't say
We're
it
gonna
this
see.
time.
We know that one is on the wheel, and
it's just going to the next.
Okay.
That's the one we want. Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, let's see if Anya can figure out what this accent is from producer Denny's.
Can you figure out what accent this is right here?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
French.
Okay.
Very nice.
Now, Virginia does a great French accent as well. I think we just booked a French off later.
French off.
Yes.
I kind of
Okay.
copied Virginia's French accent.
How do you do that? I was trying to do a French accent the other day. I could not do it. For some reason, I'm not French. I'm
You sound
more.
more Tasmanian devil.
I don't. Je ne sais toi.
Rachel, Anya, we appreciate you guys making your donation to the Bahamas and for coming and hanging out with us through this whole experience of 48 hours. You want to do it, you can just show up with the 150, spend 30 minutes watching the KVJ 48, pop in studio and listen to Denny's, great impressions. That's just part of what we're doing here. Again, get those texts into us and your donations, KVJ Bahamas to 44321. Hurricane Dorian sat over the Bahamas for 48 hours as a Category 5 storm and only moved 100 miles in that entire time.
Shock and horror.
Everything you have, everything's gone, everything.
To help them recover quicker, we are not going to end the KVJ show for 48 straight broadcast hours in an attempt to raise $100,000 cash.
They need to clean this stuff up, and in order for them to do that, the scent, all over, you have to evacuate the people because we can't breathe this thing in, man. Trust me.
Your donations will go directly to rebuilding a small town called West End, the oldest community on the Grand Bahama.
Everything, a lot of family live in these areas. They died. Nobody survived.
You can actually text and donate now. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. That's KVJ Bahamas to 44321 to donate right now. 48 hours of KVJ.
Is 97.9 WRMF.
It is 48 hours of KVJ to rebuild the Bahamas. We're doing the same amount of time that Dorian did over the Bahamas, 48 hours, and it only moved 100 miles, so we're going to raise $100,000. That is the goal. And I got to say a big thanks to Scott and Carol Dowler. They just dropped a grand into the kitty here.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be right there. And our silver donations, $1,000 gets you solid on-air mention. We'll find out what they want said, and we will do that. Plus, we'll get a big old thank you for both of you, Scott and Carol. Thank you.
So if it's $1,000 and they want to be interviewed, what if they want to be interviewed about something that has nothing to do with their business? They just want to talk about cheese for a minute.
Well, you got to do $10,000 for the interview.
Oh, jeez, I don't even know the menu. Bit killer.
That's all right. Don't worry. I saved it for you as well. Yeah. There's a big challenge going on here today.
It is.
I feel like I'm going through a hurricane in here.
Your team's falling apart.
Yes. Half the team left. I don't know what's going on here. It's just, and the team that's still with me, it's just a tough ride today.
Well, Virginia's got to get her pool.
Yeah.
She's got to get her pool.
Everyone's suffering. Some people don't have homes. Some people don't have pools.
The great 48, and she's at a pool thing.
$16,800. That is where we are now. Thank you guys so much. KVJ Bahamas. You can text that into 44321. In fact, I was sitting here. I was having a nice little chat with our new friends who are sitting in here. They paid $150, and that's what it is. If you want to do that, you can spend 30 minutes watching us here, KVJ 48, Rachel and Anya. And we were talking about this and said, if you really looked at this, because when you make a donation, you can, earmark it for, something particular you want to do. We're putting together a very solid menu of things that you can see us do that we will do for the money. $20,000 was for Virginia shaving all of her hair off. And if you really looked at the math, that if everybody really had a collaborative effort, when we started this and we talked about this, if everybody to this point said 16,000, and we just got another day, we're 852, 16,852. If everybody would have said so far, that is for Virginia shaving her head, you realize that we are just $3,000 away from Virginia shaving her head. If everyone would have been like, this is what I want it for, this is what I want it for, that's, the collective effort, what it could be. And since she's not here to, combat this is probably the best time to really right now, politic for getting to the 20,000 for Virginia to shave her head.
I can't fight with Virginia. I don't want to fight with her. It's going to be a long 48, but she's going to say, well, Kev, now are people saying that it's going towards my head?
But it'd have to be. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if everybody to this point of the 136 donors we have, if all 136 would have said, hey, here's my donation, this goes to Virginia shaving her head, that we would be only 3,000 basically away from that goal.
Doesn't Suits have those numbers specifically?
Yes.
X amount for her to shave her head, X amount for me to shave my eyebrows.
Yes, he's out drinking with his cat right now, but when they're done drinking together, then he's going to be here.
I mean, Suits, you left at 11. It's 2 o'clock.
Virginia left it. I know, everybody left.
I mean, what?
Supposed to have a support staff. They all took off. Yeah,
I think Denny's.
I don't know what's going on around here.
Denny's is having
like,
a
hey,
melt-
we're all going to do this together, right? Team break. Oh, boom.
I will say this is about the first meltdown I've seen Denny's have since working with us.
It's been tough, yeah.
And he's not having a meltdown. There's a lot of stuff being thrown at him right now.
Well, they switched out the computers. It's been one thing after another. So we're making it happen. You know, it wouldn't be a hurricane show if we didn't have our own complications, just like a hurricane was rolling through here.
It's got some grit to it, baby.
Yeah, that's it. If we didn't have our own major complications, then it would not be a hurricane show. Francesca, Jamie, thank you both. Just dropped in some donations right now as well. It is KVJ Bahamas to 44321. And again, when you have something specific you want to see us do, you text that receipt to 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763.
Receipt is you
That's
can't
it.
you can't just say I want Kevin to shave off his beard and then eat it. Yeah, that costs money.
Right. Okay, how much of a donation to Kiss Jbird? Lip kiss.
Lip kiss, no tongue. Do we make sure that there's no cold sores? Want to make sure
Yes,
it's a
you're
kind
right.
of a
You gotta
fair
be yes.
question
You got to be
ask.
herpes free.
Just a cold sore free, please.
Yes, got to be cold sore free.
What do you think the price on that is? I mean, is it just a peck? Like, or is it like,
But you never know. I mean,
Jbird.
when they go in, they go in. I think that should probably $300. That feel good to you?
300. Our audience here saying 500.
Oh, that's okay, Anya. I mean, you're part of this too.
Yeah, it's good.
You're in here now. It's like we're all at
She's
a
she's my agent.
It's like we're all hunkered down together. It really feels like we're going through a hurricane, does it not?
Virginia and Suits did a Kevin Hart, left their friends behind.
Virginia, I think, is in New Orleans now.
No, she's coming back. We're just giving her a hard time. She's actually she's gonna be very stressed out because if she goes to that HOA thing, she doesn't get the pool thing, and then we're talking trash on the air, just kind of.
Oh, I know. Just having a little fun. Yeah.
Just having a little fun. Oh gosh.
Oh. So yes, we'll put that at $300.
Oh yeah, kiss. That's cool.
Yeah, so it'd be $150 to come in, $150 for the kiss.
Well, Denny's inspect, I guess, the lips.
Yes, yeah, we'll definitely do that. Yeah. Let me see here. We had Jbird and Denny snorting pixie sticks.
Bring it. These nostrils are ready for some pixie.
That's easy. What do you want to set that at?
We don't have the money yet. Okay.
Yeah.
People just want us to.
Oh, these are still the suggestions. Gosh. Yeah, people are rolling them in.
You know me, man. I'll do it for anything. You have to set the price on this stuff because I'll say.
I'll let Anya. She's here. What do you think, Anya? How much?
It's pretty intense.
Burn a bit.
Yeah, step up the microphone, Anya. Just let us know here. You're paying to be here.
It's gonna burn.
Yeah.
So I think. I mean, it's a pixie stick, so it's not even that big. So
Yeah.
I'd say like 75. I mean,
I'll put that.
We'll
put that at 100. Nice even 100. Okay.
Nice even 100.
We'll put that at 100. I like to see Jbird eat a piece of cheese off of an activated mousetrap.
No.
Okay, let's do it. We have cheese. We got the traps.
Yes.
Do you have the cash?
Yeah, that's $100. So somebody could buy that right now.
Wait, how much is that one?
Up to $200?
That's $200.
That's $200.
That's
Okay.
my tongue, dog.
Okay, all right, $200. Somebody could buy that.
We're
now.
starting to get a little loose with our prices.
Okay, well, Anya set the tone over here.
Anya,
Blame Anya. It's not my fault. She comes in here and she's
for that one.
lowballing everything. Yeah.
She's saying $250.
$250 you want?
I agree.
Okay.
To eat cheese off of a rat trap that's set.
Yeah, it would be set.
$250.
I mean, there's a chance you don't get snapped, but okay. So 100 for the snorting pixie sticks, 250 for the activated mousetrap. How much to wrap Jbird's entire head in the rest of the duct tape you had from the chair?
I will set that at 500, Kevin.
Okay.
It's so painful. My wrists are so tender this morning.
Okay. That would just be your no word on how long. I guess we just do it and then we can free you. But okay, so there you go. So we got $100 for snort pixie sticks, $250 eating a piece of cheese off an activated mousetrap, and $500 to wrap your whole head in duct tape. Okay. And
You know what?
it was $300 for the kiss, right? Okay.
$300 for the kiss. These prices are jacked up, man. That rat one's going to be brutal.
That's the menu that we.
There goes my tongue.
Okay. All right. So there we go. How much for Jbird to eat a ghost pepper?
No.
Yeah.
Not one.
You're gonna need a lot of milk.
How much? Set the price, big guy.
That's worse than a pixie stick, right?
That's worse than a mousetrap to me.
Is that a 500? That's worse than a mousetrap?
No,
Yeah,
that's,
one pepper, $250.
Yeah. Okay. That feels right.
you're gonna cry. cry.
I cry no matter what.
Yeah, we cry every day for different reasons.
There's going to be tears. There's going to be blood.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got the prices set on that. Somebody said that. Somebody on the eyebrows. Yeah, it's that's a $5,000. We're keeping that.
Joe Ponton, he is hell bent on doing a corn fritter eating contest against me, and he says he's willing to pay a corn eating contest.
Corn fritter or corn?
Corn fritter. Sorry, I'm reading. I'm trying to do numbers here. It's very tough, Kevin. I have my mustache.
Relax. You're taking too much on yourself.
You're right. Slow down, Bird.
Go on, slow down.
Corn fritter eating challenge versus a KVJ Nationer Hall of Famer, Joe Ponton. What would you set that at?
You want a head-to-head challenge? Well, it's $150 to be up here. So throw another $100 on that, $250.
$250, Ponton. You know what, Ponton? $300 for that.
Oh, geez.
$300. It's for a good cause.
Okay.
And you have to supply the fritters.
Thank you to our good friend Barbara Allen. She threw in a donation. We're at $17,136 on our way to $100,000. We hope. Text KVJ Bahamas to 44321.
People are saying $1,000 for that ghost pepper.
Really? Are we not doing that right?
Have we not done ghost pepper before?
No, we did Scotch bonnet.
So we have not done Okay,
no,
ghost is the.
Yeah.
All right, let's
do $500.
Let's do $500. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Plus,
well, the reaction I got from everybody around here when we said that, it didn't feel right.
Well, the thing too is I don't have a ghost pepper guy. I've got a Connect 4 guy. I don't have a ghost pepper guy.
Well, okay. All right. So we got what we've got. So any other ideas, you do that, and we'll start putting all this together. Your suggestions and then the donations. Again, first step is to go ahead, send in the donation KVJ Bahamas to 44321. Then with the receipt, you will get a receipt. You text that to us 877-979-WRMF 877-979-9763. 48 hours of KVJ to rebuild the Bahamas. When people think we don't have the prices set right here, talking about what we're doing for our donations to the Bahamas, we'd had the activated mousetrap, piece of cheese on it. Somebody said that mousetrap should be over $1,000. You could break teeth or lose a piece of your tongue on that one.
Yeah, I'm not good with numbers. Never have been. Not my thing.
Well, we're dealing with a couple of issues.
We're dealing with a lot of issues,
Yeah, I know. So, and math and figuring this out, that's tough.
Someone wants to see me and you arm wrestle. You would rip my arm off. You're so much stronger than me. It's ridiculous.
No, I
old
Kev, not new Kev.
If we got into a real fight, I would have to pick up a chair to beat you. Maybe even an axe.
No,
I don't know.
Let me see. We got cinnamon challenge. How much for that? I know we've done that before.
I feel like I could conquer that these days.
No,
I am
don't
older.
Think no one can beat that.
That's not true.
I think we.
I was close to beating that milk challenge. We're talking.
Yeah, you were close.
Some people can do the milk challenge. That's where you have to drink a gallon of milk in under an hour,
right.
And 99.9% of the people cannot do it.
No, it's tough. Yeah, you're right. A lot of people can. I know you thought you were going to go for it. I don't know how that went, though.
That's one of those losses that still haunt me, man. That happened in 2006, and I'm still struggling with that loss.
Yeah, it's a tough one to take. I get it. Well, so far what we're doing here, we're looking at the donations, and thank you very much to Lexi and Levi. Also, Kim got a donation here just a couple minutes ago. Over $17,000 we have right now, KVJ Bahamas, to 44321. And as we hear the stories, it is just really sad and crazy. And they've said now the Bahamas have officially listed 2,500 people as missing. So,
wow.
So we talk a week after the storm has gone, 2,500 people are unaccounted for.
That's tough.
Yeah, it really, they're just dealing with something we've never, ever, even come close to seeing before. So it is really tough to see that. And so that's why it really is going to take all of South Florida coming together to rebuild this. And that's why, too, for us, one of the big things that we are doing is really working to rebuild the Bahamas. And your donations are going to go to our charity, Little Smiles. We're going to buy the supplies, and we are going to take them right over there. We're going to drop them off at a town west end, and we're going to take the KVJ Volunteer Army, and we are going to rebuild the Bahamas. We seriously are. This is actually the mayor of West End talking about what has been destroyed in that area and in that town itself.
Hurricane Doreen was a vicious monster whose winds and rains and surges wreaked damage unmeasurable to anything in the history of the Bahamas. Our people in Abaco and from East End to West End in Grand Bahama are slowly in search of any form of normalcy. The death toll has already surpassed the death toll of any recent hurricane that hit the Bahamas. The death toll will climb with each and every day as horror stories are told by those who fought through the terror and lost loved ones during the ordeal. In West End, our community is again demonstrating that resilience that only the strong survive is necessary each day as we move about without electricity, without water, and set meals. The many homes on the front strip we know as Bayshore Road are now battered shells. The owners are clearing away the mess with faith and with hope that they will be able to rebuild and enjoy the remaining years of their lives in the community they love so much.
So that's the kind of stuff they're doing as they try to rebuild. So we're doing as fast as we can. And I see some businesses are starting to jump in. Thank you very much. The silver donation, $1,000, gets you a little chatter about your business. Plus, we'll thank you on our website, kvjshow.com. The gold is $5,000 as we chatter about you on the show. Plus, you get a post on our Facebook and also on our Instagram with very solid numbers there on both. And then for $10,000, that's where you get the in-studio interview. We'll ask you all about your business and quiz you on it, and then you also get the social media post as well.
Okay, there's my question. You get a business in here for $10,000, and they don't want to talk about their business. They want to just talk about cheese or hoagies.
I'm cool with that.
You are cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Whatever you
too.
want to talk about. That's what you get to do. So that's how it is. What you do is you can just jump on KVJ Bahamas. You text that 44321, KVJ Bahamas to 44321. Watch us on KVJ TV on YouTube.
This is 97.9 WRMF.
Here we are creeping up on $20,000 on our way to 100. We're about 20% of the way there.
How close to 20 are we?
Creeping up to 18. So all we need is just a couple more of those businesses to drop in like they've been doing. They've been picking up a little bit, and we are there.
If we can get to 20,000 by 2:25, that's 3 minutes, Kev. I will give myself 2 shiners. Is that too much?
Well, somebody suggested a second ago that how much did they want for you to give out your phone number and not change it till Monday?
They said $3,000 to change or to give my number out.
Yeah, and then it would just be, and you have to answer it until Monday.
I'll do that for even. I mean, do you think we'll get 3,000 for that? We could set that lower.
Or maybe if we, like you said, why don't we give it till 2:30, 7 minutes, and if we get to 20 in that time, then you give out your phone number.
Okay.
All right, you feel like that?
I see what Riggy's doing.
Doing that?
Okay, $20,000. If we could get to $20,000 in 2 minutes. I'll give
2:30. I mean, because it takes. I mean, they gotta get to the phone.
Okay.
I mean, that's 7 minutes.
7 minutes. All right,
people a little time.
But where are we at right now? Because knowing Riggy, it's at $19,000, $99.
No, it's not. It's okay. I'll refresh it here. See exactly what we're doing here. This is the KVJ 48, by the way, trying to get to $100,000, and yeah, I mean, you're good. It's not going to happen. It's
what's the price at?
It's not going to happen. We're only at $17,412.
Okay, all right. We've got till 2:30. If we can get to $20,000, I'll give out my number. I will not change it for 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months.
I know it's not. I'm trying to get people. I'm trying to get these numbers.
Did you say 3 months now?
I won't change it for 3 months, but we got to get to $20,000.
Okay, there you go. All right, we'll see if he can get there. We were getting the whole menu up as well because there's all these different prices to do stuff. And, you know, I was making the point earlier that if every single person that had donated to this point, you know, we're talking about 145 plus people right now, that we would have enough for Virginia to shave her head almost.
Oh, gosh. She'd look just stunning with the buzz cut.
But sadly, Suits sent me what he has right now, and I gotta check Suits' work because he says we're only at 624 towards
for Virginia.
Yeah,
yo, we gotta pull this together.
I know.
Can we get a plan?
I gotta check his work because I'm like
KVJ Nation.
More people don't want to see Virginia shave her head. We're only at $624 for Virginia shaving her head.
Where am I at for eyebrows? I'm
waiting. I'm waiting for our staff. what we got here to put this whole thing together.
I've never seen a buzzed witch before.
I know.
It would look good.
So that's what I need. Hopefully here very soon. I'm not sure what the process is, but hopefully here very soon I'm going to be able to say, okay, here's the price of this. This is where we are. Here's the price of this. This is where we are.
If you want this Virginia thing to really happen, we have to band together in groups. We have to get a group together here.
That's what I'm telling people.
Chat room. Let's do it.
Make this happen. That's exactly what we're looking for. Okay, so let's see what we got. Oh, wow. Somebody put in $500 just so you don't have to do the mousetrap? Bonnie sent that in. What does that mean? Does that pay it backwards then?
There's a few people that don't like to see me hurt. Now, that's a low percentage, by the way.
That's a crazy new wrinkle. So I guess we'd have to pay that again. So it would be you're working $500 against Jbird trying to eat cheese off a loaded mousetrap.
So now we need more math, man.
Oh, my. I didn't know there was going to be so much adding here.
I like that, though. She's adding. She's saving me.
Yeah.
Look at that. That never happens.
That is a nice statement, though. Okay, but that was $500 that we got to work. Appreciate the games we're playing here.
Oh, it's all
for a good cause.
It's all a bunch of games, and the games are only going to get worse as time goes on, brother.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you. Okay, so let's see right now. 17,512. Yeah, you're not going to have to worry about your phone number. You're fine.
220. Yeah, it's 220. I have 4 minutes left.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be good. All right, we'll check in here in just a second if we have that. If you want to send that in for Jbird giving out his phone number, how long are you going to keep it?
I won't change it for 3 months, and then I will.
Answer the calls.
People get so mean after month 1 now. They really do. It's not very nice.
KVJ Bahamas, that is what you text to 44321. KVJ Bahamas, 44321. Businesses could change that right now. We got 3 different packages. The silver one is $1,000. Chat about you on the air, put you on our website. Gold donation, $5,000. Get the on-air chatter, and you get up on all of our social media. And then the platinum is $10,000, and you come in studio and we talk to you, and you get the social media.
There's a small movement going on in the chat room that is against Virginia shaving her head. You're working against us.
Gosh, I didn't know this was going to happen. So people are now donating to work in the opposite direction of where we're trying to go here?
I don't think they're donating. I just think they are
they're trying to petition.
Yes, they're trying to petition.
Okay. All right. Well, that's where we stand here. 48 hours, and we have got a lot of time left. We, right now, are in hour 5. We have 44 hours left.
This whole great fundraiser is now turning into, no, save Virginia's hair.
I know. It's a battle. Virginia will hopefully be back. I think 3 o'clock she said she'd be back. She hopes.
I'm going to text her and just kind of get a temperature on her mood. Because keep in mind, I think it's a full moon tonight, too.
It's tomorrow night's the harvest moon.
All right,
and it's Friday the 13th. No, it's 2 days. What are we? Oh, geez, we're only on Wednesday. I'm already losing what day it is.
I've never been good with facts.
Okay, you're right. Friday is when you got to worry about that. So apparently Virginia's very upset. She's angry. She's angry driving. So watch out if you're anywhere like 95 southbound from Tequesta Town.
Well, we were talking about her HOA meeting, and when we went to play a song, and I was going to text her. And as I'm trying to text her, she's already bubbling. She was listening to every word we were saying.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to give up. I don't think it's good. I don't know. She just
her meeting didn't go her way.
Mama's hot piss. Mama's on 95, livid. She's not happy.
Okay.
But maybe that's a ruse.
All right. Well, we'll find out the update as to what happened with Virginia when she gets back here. Jay Cashmere, WPTV, TV20 or TV5 is going to News Channel 5 is going to be coming in here just a little bit.
Wow, we're very credible this morning.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
News is here.
We got all kinds of news people. People have been over there to the Bahamas to see what's going on, and I want to hear these stories. I mean, we've seen the stuff that's gone on there, but I just want to hear some of those things you just can't even totally see even on the news. What's going on, the stories that we hear about the Bahamas. Things are going on. I hear the smells are atrocious. It was interesting talking to Todd McDermott earlier from WPBF TV25. I'm getting to the point where I've been on long enough I can't keep all the numbers straight.
You nailed it, baby.
I did right now, but it's going to start slipping. I'm going to start making up TV stations here in a little bit. Yeah, he was just talking about the optimism that's still there, how much the Bahamians realize that they need the Floridians, and how much we're pumping in, and we are. I mean, you look at what Florida's doing, and it's what Florida should do, honestly. I mean, we do spend so much time. They feel almost like a sister state over there, even though they're a different country. And, they definitely need our help. Strongest hurricane ever to make landfall in the Bahamas. 17% of all Bahamians, or about 70,000 people, are homeless. And that's why we got to go in there and rebuild their homes. Already $3 million in donations, a total of $11 million in resources we've sent over there. So that's, some amazing stuff that we got that's going on. So we're trying to get to 100,000 here specifically just to go over with our charity Little Smiles with building supplies and to make this thing happen. Thank you for the donations, and you are safe. We did not get to the 20 grand. So your number right now is safe, Jbird, unless you get worn down later and you decide to throw it out again.
You set the parameters up for that, Coach. I'll risk it one more time.
Okay, yeah, well, we'll figure it out as we get there. That's just kind of what goes on. And we're going to get that menu up pretty soon so we can get to all this stuff here and paying off.
I disagree with what the people are saying in the chat room. They're saying the Kevin Ralston starting to turn sleepy, starting to lose it a bit, starting to fade out.
Yeah.
I disagree.
I don't. They're right. I am tired. I have been on straight. I was up way before the regular show. I've been on the radio nonstop since 6. I'm very tired. I'm 8.5 hours in.
I mean, it is 8.5 hours in.
No, they're right. I look tired. I'm starting to feel it.
Like Kevin's rubbing his eyes together like he's my toddler.
Eyes are burning.
You're like rubbing him like a little toddler.
My eyes are on fire.
Do you need
now.
a little juice? You need a little snack?
Yeah, I need something. We might have to go here pretty soon. Maybe after we get Jay in and out of here.
I gotta tell you, man, I feel.
I might turn the board over to you.
I feel great. Look at me, man. I'm over here running in place. I'm doing jumping jacks.
Yeah,
I love it.
I know, man. You're I'm
48.
I'm a lot older than you. That's what happens.
Give me 72.
Oh, you're ready? Okay.
I want 72 straight.
Okay. Yeah, right now, as far as the 48 hours go, we are into hour 5. We've got 44 hours left.
When you say it like that, it's not so daunting.
Gosh, man, oh man. I often wonder if you bite off more than you can chew. This might have been one of those times. 17,522 is where we are right now at the donations.
And I believe I got somebody, I don't want to say who yet, but they're supposed to be given a nice check coming here.
Okay, I'd love to hear that.
Yes, I hope I am right.
Okay. The questions continue to come in. If Jbird Stalker donates $150, does she get her 30 minutes in the studio?
No, $150. Hey, I gotta tell you, she's gone silent. We've been talking about her for like the last 3 or 4 days. Not a peep.
Bet she doesn't care anymore, huh? She's maybe moved on.
Let's not taunt her.
Maybe she's got another guy.
But
in her
look,
life.
I'm down to let's blow this thing up. Well, let's talk to her.
Okay. All right. Well, she might. She has 2.5 hours left that you could pay $150 and come chill out for 30 minutes.
That's right. We aren't letting anybody in. Wink, wink. Before or after 5, right? Yeah, it's not gonna.
We're actually not now. 5 o'clock's the deadline on that.
I'm gonna start fading too.
Let me see. I can see Kevin wearing down and eating a whole pizza today. Okay, you never know.
Is it weird? I don't want to eat during the Great 48. I don't want to sleep. I don't want to.
You want to eat?
I don't know. I feel like it's all about just being mentally tough right now.
Really?
Yeah. It's trying to grind it out. We don't do this ever.
No, we don't, and for good reason. I've never done this. I mean, since I've been on the radio, I've never stayed on for a massive. I mean, we've been on for hurricanes where I was on probably 12 hours, maybe the most I've done. So at 6 p.m., I've probably broken a record.
Well, I always kept track. When I played baseball, I would take ground balls without my glove. Because I always felt like putting myself in tougher situations in practice.
Yeah, I talked to people that played baseball with you, and they're like, we couldn't understand. He would go out there and field ground balls without his glove, and you would field them off your chest.
They're doing that because you're the radio guy. They're trying to make you laugh. They're trying to be cool.
You never did that?
No, I absolutely did that, but they weren't making fun. They're like, oh, not a boy, Jbird. Yeah, take it off the chest. Take it off.
So they're egging you on.
They
couldn't believe it. They're like, what guy doesn't go out on the baseball field without his glove?
I don't want to brag, but I never wore a cup either. I really never did. I never wore a cup.
Hit as hard as you can, right?
Yeah.
It explains a lot now.
It does.
I'm starting to understand you. Shout outs, $50, $100. We will play up to a 4-minute song from a major record label that is FCC friendly. That is what you can get. So you can control the music that we got here. For the $100, you just text your donation, KVJ Bahamas, to 44321. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. Let us know what the song is. The memo is right there, and we can get that going, or you can send it to us. Here we go. KVJ 48 hours on 97.9 WRMF to raise $100,000 to rebuild the Bahamas. Jumping out, thank you very much. 147 donors, $17,522 is where we stand right now. You can get in your texts. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. That's KVJ Bahamas to 44321. $50 gets you a shout out, and it's that simple. We got a shout out to my wife, Mary Skinner. Thank you, KVJ, for all you do. You've got Erica, to my amazing boyfriend, Sean Reagan, for being a spectacular specimen. Andrew Levine said, a shout out to Carla. You are beautiful inside and out. Don't change. All righty.
Okay,
see what
Andrew.
they're doing here? A little love message. You see what they're doing?
All right.
I like it. Why not? Tara said, shout out to my baby girl, Sophie.
I love it.
Yeah. So that's what you do. See, that's $50 right there.
And Virginia will not stop texting me.
Goes to the Bahamas. What's Virginia saying now?
She's to show me where she's at, how pissed she is.
Okay. So she had a little meeting, didn't go well.
I'm gathering. I'm no detective, but
you're feeling.
I'm feeling it. Yeah. Even my phone feels hot.
What did she say? Where she is?
She looks like she's parking right now.
Oh, really?
It looks like she's parking.
Parking, okay.
She just has to get on her broom and fly right on up here.
Oh, that's handy. Okay, very nice. And one other thing, too, is you can also get songs. That's another thing that you can do. That is $100. We play up to a 4-minute song from a major record label that is FCC friendly. So it goes a little bit over the 4 minutes. But Amy had sent in $100, and she wants to hear a little Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. So, yeah. So that's what we do.
Is that under 4 minutes?
It's we don't know if it's a little over, so we'll have to trim it
Just
a
see
bit.
where the rules
That was
are.
back in the era when you could run like really long songs on the radio.
Oh, back in the day, you could have a 1.5-minute long intro before the song
Yeah.
even started singing.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. So just so you know, Amy, we do have your song coming up in a few minutes. Hurricane Dorian sat over the Bahamas for 48 hours as a Category 5 storm and only moved 100 miles in that entire time.
Shock and horror.
Everything you have, everything's gone, everything.
To help them recover quicker, we are not going to end the KVJ show for 48 straight broadcast hours in an attempt to raise $100,000 cash.
They need to clean this stuff up, and in order for them to do that, the scent, all over, you have to evacuate the people because we can't breathe this thing in, man. Trust me.
Your donations will go directly to rebuilding a small town called West End, the oldest community on the Grand Bahamas.
Everything, a lot of family live in these areas. They died. Nobody survived.
You can actually text and donate now. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. That's KVJ Bahamas to 44321 to donate right now. 48 hours of KVJ.
Is 97.9 WRMF.
And this is 48 hours of the KVJ show to rebuild the Bahamas. $100,000 we are going for. All kinds of challenges we're going to have coming up here. And I believe we have one of our first ones, and it sounds like it's been thrown down, and Jbird has accepted. How much for chugging the Birdsauce over there, Jbird?
So Philip, you all know Philip.
We love Philip.
Yeah.
From Butt Chicken and Seafood says he's going to give us, from Butt Chicken and Seafood, $5,000 if I chug all this bird sauce.
Wow. Okay.
And yes, I have accepted.
At least $5,000. So they're also going to do promotions in store where they encourage their people to donate, and they give us $1 from every conch fritter.
We're selling, yeah.
And so if it goes over $5,000, that's just bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're going to do all this on behalf of our customers. We're going to give them the opportunity to donate, and every order of conch fritters, I think we're going to do in the month of October, we're going to donate $1 to Little Smiles. So
Yeah. Oh, that's
we're
awesome.
going to try to get
Very
as much donations as we can. And
I always
give
love
it
what
to
you
them.
do, man.
I've been eating Butt Chicken and Seafood since I was a little kid, and me and Philip have become good friends.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I take 9 chicken tenders for this guy. I said tenders.
You
Fingers.
take them from him?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, he's always doing good stuff. I know, in fact, we're going to talk about this coming up here in just a little bit, but you know, there's a lot of people that have gotten off of whatever respective island that they're on in the Bahamas, and they've come over here, and some of them had been staying at Harborside Place, and I got a call, and they said, hey, they are looking for a church to go to because they're displaced. And you can imagine when you're kind of shook to your core, if you're a faith-based person, you want to find church.
You want to pray.
You want to go find your God.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so we have set up where we're going to be with Palm Beach Tours and Transportation, taking a couple buses from Harborside Place there to the launch of the Anchor Church in Delray Beach. And Bud's Chicken and Seafood is going to be providing food for them as they go down there. So thank you.
They always nail it.
Beautiful.
They nail it.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Buds.
Hey, and let's give it up for you guys, man. You guys are doing, this is awesome. You know, everything you guys are doing for this is awesome, thinking about them. And
I just want an excuse to spend more time with these guys.
Right.
We don't do enough.
Yeah, that's what it was. All right, Jbird is opening up the containers here. There's a lot of pressure. You got to make sure you get all this down.
Guy's giving you a $5,000 check.
I know.
Let's get some social media on this. This is a video highlight here.
And he brought chicken, too. He brought chicken, a check, and chugging.
I smell
this
it.
really isn't a punishment for me because I love me the Birdsauce.
Yeah, but it's still going to get us some money here for the Bahamas.
It is.
That's important.
Do it.
All right. Okay, here we go. All right, how many you've got? Just so people know how much, if they're not watching KVJ TV, how much sauce you're going to be chugging here. These are bigger than just regular sauce cups. Do we have an ounce on that?
It's about 2 ounces per.
Okay. All right. So you're going to do 10 ounces of bird sauce.
Do I need to chug the barbecue sauce too?
No, you're good.
Is he sure? All right.
I'm not going to tell you no.
All right.
All right. Here
Give
we
me
go.
the.
Are you ready?
Hey, can you guys kind of give me like bird? All right, here we go.
Bird.
Okay.
Bird.
Oh, okay. There he goes. There's one down. He's
two.
going for 2, knocking
he's
it all
so
the way.
fast.
Oh, yeah. He's on it. He's going for cup 3. All right. Here we go. Cup 4. Come on, Bird.
Yes,
Bird. Finish
Bird.
it up. Nice.
ADL all day long. 48 hours.
Easiest challenge ever. 13 seconds, by the way, if you're keeping score.
Thank you, Philip.
It's good
Got
stuff.
it, guys. Thank you.
Thank y'all for what you're
That sauce
doing.
gave me the energy I needed.
Okay. We'll get that to the total. I want to say thanks to people like Cameron, who also sent in a donation. We're right at the cusp of 18 grand. So we'll get to that. Want to talk to Virginia about how her little HOA meeting went, and also Jay Cashmere is hanging on deck.
We're above 18 grand with Phillips 5,000, aren't we?
Yeah, but that's without factoring that in. So I want to, we'll do that. We'll factor all that in and see where the tally is, but we're getting there. I got to tell you, if I were Jay Cashmere, I would be the man in the mirror because I would never leave it. I would just sit there and I would look at myself and I'd be like, my gosh, I am a handsome devil.
Yeah.
Just look at me. You wouldn't get me away from the mirror.
There's better looking in TV, man, than radio.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we're seeing that. Yeah.
We're seeing that today.
You guys just love embarrassing me every time I come on. That's
of
what you
course
do.
we do, man.
You know, we're just used to working with trolls.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. But you're not getting off the hook that easily. I'm going to continue to embarrass you. 'Cause I was watching the other night doing the news. I was sitting there talking to the Mexican queen. I'm just going, what is Jay? Like, he looks tight. Like, he looks good. Like, what is the diet and the workout right now?
I have absolutely no idea because I've been on little
Really?
sleep. We were in the Bahamas for about 9 hours on Monday. Came back. We did a story for 11. I got like 3 hours of sleep. Was up with my daughter. Took her to appointment and right back at the station filing some more content.
Yeah,
but it's just
crazy days.
It's when these disasters happen, sleep goes by the wayside.
Yeah.
You just focus on what you have to do, and that's what you got to do. And you just
You're
run on coffee.
You're a CrossFit guy, aren't you?
He's an
I'm an
Orange Theory guy.
Oh, you are.
But here's the thing: I have to keep up with my wife. I can't.
Oh, yeah,
so that's
she's
the
a
thing.
maniac.
She's in there all the time, so I can't even keep up with her. So that's my goal every day is just to keep up with my wife, and that's what keeps
She's
me.
so energetic.
You may be the hottest couple in the Palm
no.
Beaches.
You guys are.
We have a lot in
yeah.
common. You're an Orange Theory kind of guy. I'm an Orange Soda kind of guy.
Oh, good. That's good. That went well with the what you just had.
Yes.
Something, right? Okay.
I'm drunk with sauce.
He's trying to get to 8,000 grams of sugar today.
All right.
That's
If you're
part of the
getting
plan.
sick, go right. Okay.
I got a
You
stomach
wanna-
like a cow,
You
Jay.
don't want to wear some bird sauce home tonight?
Hopefully not. Might have to
Okay.
make a big stop. Yep.
Okay. Well, I know, when these kind of things happen, the news, obviously, your weather people are going crazy on this stuff, but just going over and seeing it, and you've had the chance to get over there in firsthand. And we're seeing so much stuff on the news and watching, what you guys are doing over there on the news and the videos. It's really just unbelievable. And you think, first thought for me is just like, man, what would South Florida, what would, Palm Beach, what would Broward look like if we had gotten hit with that? will we look the way that they look? Will we weather it better than what they did? How will we be taking it? Earlier we'd heard that they were chipper and they were the attitudes. What are you seeing? What are the smells? What are maybe some of the things that you've even witnessed that we're not seeing even on the footage that really isn't even doing it justice?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Monday was a tough day, and it's funny you just said that because when we were coming in for a landing at PBIA, we were looking at the landscape, and all of us on the flight were going. We had a 3-man crew, and then the rest of the team. We all said to ourselves, "Wow, imagine what Palm Beach County would have looked like if what we just saw was here." We went to Marsh Harbor, which pretty much, in my opinion, is the epicenter where the most destruction happened. That town is completely destroyed from one end to the other. There's no running water, no power, no food at all. So as we were driving through town, you have people who are left. The ones that are left, they're asking everybody to leave because there's no way to sustain life. It's uninhabitable. People were inside a grocery store picking apart what they could, just trying to get whatever supplies they could. You have people walking around town really with nowhere to go. And that's the problem there. They're asking people inside Marsh Harbor, leave right away. It is a town that's been decimated. There's a smell that's in the air.
I heard that, yeah.
And if you can imagine just these 6,000 people live there, it was almost eerie driving around there because it's so quiet. There's nothing there, and you have boats that are inland 2 miles. You have debris stacked
2
up.
miles?
You have structures that were 2 stories that are now 1 story. Yeah, 2 miles. So what that means is you had a storm surge that was almost 20 feet, and you had winds that were upwards of 185 miles an hour carrying boats from the marina all the way in. And there was a boat on top of a KFC in the middle of town, literally inside the KFC in the middle of town.
That's insane.
Yeah. So this is the strongest. This is the area where the worst damage happened. And then, we're really talking about the northwest section of the Bahamas. And I want everyone to understand, everyone's saying, the Bahamas, they're destroyed. There's 700 islands in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Much of the Bahamas is still very well. Nassau, big main center, main hub. Everything's okay. So part of the relief is to go to the Bahamas, to the areas, and visit the resorts and give money and provide back for that tourism. We are focusing where Dorian hit is the northwest section, Great Abaco Island, Grand Bahama, Freeport. It really just ripped that whole area apart.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard that. I think 50% of all the economy in the Bahamas is all from travel and tourism. And they say, yes, it's great that we're getting the money, but yeah, if you want to go plan your vacations now and plan it for the southern Bahamas and get in there and get them some money back.
It's so important. And Marsh Harbor, which I think took probably the worst hit, it's going to take a while for them to get back. This isn't for people that live there, and to get a better understanding. It's not like you can go back to your house and you pick up a few things and you plug in and you're back up and running. They have no power in this town. They have no food. They have no water. What's left of their house, the structure, it's going to take months, if not years, to rebuild. That's one house. And so we interviewed a lady, and I sent some sound. We may listen to her. Her name was Marjorie Gator. She was a resident of Marsh Harbor. And we found her in the middle of town driving in her Jeep, which she said she rode out the storm in her Jeep. They were inside her home. During the eye of the storm, they fled because the roof had gotten peeled off of their home. They got in their Jeep. They found a wall that was a concrete wall. They put the Jeep behind the wall, and they rode out the rest of the storm there. She is so empowered by what's happened that she doesn't want to leave. She's like, I can't leave. I'm a survivor. She's like, where am I going to go? I can't go to Nassau. If I come to America, I need to be here. I need to be here to rebuild.
Yeah.
The problem is it's going to take time.
Yeah.
So what they're asking is a lot of the residents reset, go to areas that are not as affected or not as impacted.
Okay.
Either come, the ones that are coming here to Palm Beach County.
Yep.
Getting the necessary supplies, the necessities of life. We're talking food, water, shelter, clothing. That's what these people need, the necessities of life. And that's literally what's flying in there. Get a reset and then eventually go back, because that's what they want ultimately. Most of the Bahamians we talk to, they want to go back. They just can't right now because in Marsh Harbor, there's nothing left. There's nothing to this town.
What do they do with all the debris? I'm wondering that too, because these are island nations. Where are they going to take all this stuff?
That's a great question.
Landfills. I mean, do they have enough?
Right now, the assessment, search and rescue teams are in right now. We saw search and rescue teams that filed in. And I want to talk a little bit about the response, because I know NEMA, which is the Bahamian Californian version of FEMA is coordinating this effort.
Yeah.
We saw no NEMA personnel on the ground in Marsh Harbor at the airport. What we did see was a huge influx of U.S. military personnel, American search and rescue workers from Fairfax County, Virginia, Samaritan's Purse, which is an international charity.
Yes.
And then you have a number of local or other charities around the world that are there. It's a hub of activity, and there's a lot of relief being moved, but it took almost 3 or 4 days to get that going.
Yes.
So I think it was almost like sitting on the tarmac or the ramp there was an air show, because you had Blackhawks coming in, you had Ospreys coming in. All these huge relief flights are coming in. So what's happening, they're taking a lot of the bulk of relief items from Nassau, they're bringing it to Marsh Harbor, and then the teams are going in, the Blackhawks, they're flying to all the little remote areas around Great Abaco Island to assess the damage, find out if people need help, what they need, and then they're coming back to Marsh Harbor Airport, and they're getting the supplies and then flying them back. And literally, we were sitting on the ramp there, and Blackhawk after Blackhawk were coming in, and it was a great sight to see, because the relief is there. It's just an overwhelming task.
It's got to be so surreal, and not only for the people there, but for you, just seeing this and seeing the destruction and what's going on. I mean, it really is a war zone.
It's a complete war zone, and it reminded me. It's unique in the sense I was on the ground after the earthquake in Haiti, and I was back in Katrina. I know Virginia close to home there. We both have a lot of personal connection to that. It's a unique natural disaster in itself, because I almost feel like this is so worse. I mean, when we walked and drove and walked through the town, I mean, we were standing on rubble, and there's nothing left in Marsh Harbor. I mean, when people say that their structure's still standing, it's a shell of a structure. Yes, they're going to eventually go back and rebuild, but when I tell you the town is literally unplugged and there's nothing left to it, I can't.
There's not one building you dust off and say
there's no building that I looked at that I saw with my own eyes that said, okay, you can go back in there and you'll be good to go. There's nothing left. This town sustained 185 mile an hour winds. Sustained. That means gusts were over 200 miles an hour.
Right. So it's nonstop.
It's
a 48-hour beating it took of 185 mile an hour
And then you
winds.
had storm surge that was upwards of 20 feet in some spots. So just the nature and the laws of physics, structures, some concrete structures were there, but they were shells, and a lot of the roofs came off, and it's going to take time for Marsh Harbor. But that was probably the worst of the worst. So if you look at Abaco Island and you go a little further south to Sandy Point and other areas, they're a little bit better. In fact, they got about Category 2 winds, and their structure's still standing. They're getting more relief in there. And that's what the Blackhawks are doing. They're flying into those little areas, finding out what people need, and the response is growing. But I think what's happening is you have so many people and so many supplies that are on the ground there. There's just not enough manpower to get it. But the military's there, and it's mobilizing, and it's moving much faster now than it was 5 days ago when we witnessed that.
Jim Cashmere in here from News Channel 5, and that's why, with what we're doing here with the $100,000 that we're trying to raise to go to the Bahamas, we're going to be buying the supplies. We got the people that's going to get it there. We got the people that are going to use it then when we get it over there. And so that's, what we're doing, because we do know disbursement is very key, and you can rest assured that the money we have is staying in the hands of our charity, Little Smiles, and so we're going to be out personally buying all these things. So if you can make those donations, get them in right now. KVJ Bahamas 44321 is what you want to text it to. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. Talking to Jay Cashmere. He's in here for the KVJ 48, rebuilding the Bahamas, and getting some really good stuff and some great reports, and just what we were hoping to see, too. Thank you very much to Greg for making a donation here just a second ago, too, to get us up, and some unconfirmed reports. We may have just taken a major jump, and our confirmed donations are just under 20,000. We're at 18,000 right now, 153 donors, but hopefully that is going to go up here quickly. We are taking the company and corporate donations. That's the quick and easy way we can get to this $100,000. $1,000 will get you talked about on the KVJ show here. Gold donation of $5,000 gets you talked about and get you on our Facebook and Instagram. And the platinum of $10,000 gets an in-studio interview. We'll sit here and talk about, like Jason said, you can talk about corn fritters if you want.
Talk about whatever you want to talk about, we're going to talk about, and we're going to love it.
Whatever you want. Talking to Jay here, who's been over to see the damage Marsh Harbor and the Bahamas with News Channel 5. There are a couple things that you just said a minute ago that just like, oh, wow. The boats being inland 2 miles, a boat on top of a Kentucky Fried Chicken. No building at all in Marsh Harbor, a town of 6,000 people, is inhabitable. You can't go into any single building. The entire town is just gone. It is a complete rebuild, is what Jay was just talking about here a second ago. And it is years of reconstruction on rebuilding the Bahamas. And earlier we'd heard, I don't know if you heard this too, Jay, when you were over there, but the Bahamians very thankful for what Floridians especially are doing for them, but just saying, too, please don't forget about us, because we realize, this is, the first couple of weeks, and maybe for the first couple of months, everybody's gung-ho to help the Bahamas, but they need us in month 8 and month 14, month 18, and, they're going to need our help through the whole thing.
We can't echo that more, Kevin. I think that's the most important thing. You see these natural disasters happen, and then, by week 2, the attention sort of slows a bit. And my commitment and WPTV's commitment from the time the storm hit into the aftermath is that we want to keep the story alive and well and make sure that, hey, everyone knows exactly what's happened on the ground. It's one of the reasons I wanted to get into Marsh Harbor, to see for myself what was happening. I wanted to see the relief. I wanted to see exactly how this is being dispersed and what we need to do. And part of that process is just remembering each and every day where are the critical needs and what do these people need each and every day. And that's going to be important today, tomorrow, and next week, and in the future. And I think it's really important what you're doing today. It's important for us to not forget next week after, we get through the month of September and, we go back to sort of our normal routine and normal daily lives. Never forget this. And that's why on my social media page, Cashmere TV, I've really tried to put as many pictures as I can, as many stories as I can, and I'll continue to do that for several weeks, just so people understand this is a story that's not ending today. It's going to take months for Marsh Harbor to rebuild.
That's why for us, we're looking at this as like we're in phase 2. Phase 1 was getting all of our own Dorian supplies that we had, and then getting it to Bahamas. Phase 2 is getting this money so we can actually get supplies. Phase 3 is mobilizing the KVJ Volunteer Army and getting over there and getting things built over there, and that is the third step to doing this.
Jay, we'd love to have you as a general in the KVJ Volunteer Army. Will you accept the
Cashmere?
position? General Cashmere,
I accept
you've been appointed to the Army.
I'm down with this.
You trump all us. We're all privates. So.
I'll drink. What did you have?
Birdsauce, Jay. I'd love for you to try some.
I'll have one Birdsauce, okay, and then a Pepto-Bismol.
That's your initiation.
I'll take that.
There was a question for you here, Jay. Somebody texted in and said, do y'all know if the resorts in other Bahamian islands that were spared are offering temporary place for those that are stranded, anything in other nearby countries or islands?
I know for a fact Sandals Resorts are open for business. Are they housing survivors? That's a question I don't know firsthand. I know what's happening here. I know the harbor side, as you mentioned, is housing some survivors that came back. My feeling is Nassau is overwhelmed right now with so many relief supplies and a lot of the survivors that are coming. I would imagine that some of those resorts are taking in some of the victims. I don't know that for a fact. I know what they have sent out to us is that they are open and they would like to receive people, because they want people to understand that the northwestern section of the Bahamas is really what got hit. But Atlantis is open for business. The Sandals Resorts are open for business. The Ocean Club, all those big areas that you read about, those are all open. Yes. Yeah. I can't really attest to the fact right now if they're taking in survivors. I have not heard that. I would imagine they are, but they are open for business, and they certainly would love some business as well.
Absolutely. I know that Harborside Place, they took in about 75 or 80 evacuees from the Bahamas up there, and I know the Mastriani's been working nonstop. I just got a text from Nicholas, and that plane right there, if you're watching KVJ TV, that just flew into West End, the town we are talking about.
Nice.
Yes.
That's the airstrip in West End.
That's it. And you know what's interesting? I talked to Nick by text as well. They've been running relief flights. When we were on the ground there, I met so many people from Palm Beach County. There were a team of nurses and doctors that were at the medical clinic in Marsh Harbor. There's 3 places that are really operational in Marsh Harbor. It's the port, it's the medical clinic, and the airport. They're all being secured and guarded. And this whole team from Cleveland Clinic, Martin Memorial, they were all there on the ground. I met them. It was wonderful. We were driving through town, and the security team from West Palm Beach got out of an SUV and walked right up. John Workman, he's a former Palm Beach Shores mayor. He had a massive jet, a $30 million jet. He was there, and he was just pulling people on board. So all these people from Palm Beach County are there, and it's great to see that.
Yes.
Along with the military, along with the workers, and along with so many other people that are on the ground. And it's 60 miles away. It's right here, and it's great to see that. And to that end, and what the Mastrianis are doing, it's so great. These G5s and these $30 million planes are just landing, some from Palm Beach County, some from all over South Florida. They're just picking up teams of doctors, bringing them back. So what's happening is you have a lot of businessmen and a lot of companies that are just donating these jets, bringing them in and saying, listen, take whatever you need, whatever supplies, bring it in, and take whoever needs to come out. Let's come out. And that was great to see because that happened almost all day long.
Big time. They're doing some good stuff. Yeah, I was at the airport on Saturday just seeing, what they were doing and nonstop supplies. And not only that, but, they'd have to fly over to Nassau and then you'd have to try to get the helicopters and go in. And it was, a chaotic situation on Saturday. But, as it's starting to clear up a little bit, Nick had texted me and said, they flew 15,000 pounds into Marsh Harbor today. Or 22,000 to Marsh Harbor, and they took 15,000 pounds of relief supplies into West End.
I love that.
Yes, so they're getting stuff, and we've partnered up with them in Little Smiles to they've got an impressive fleet that he's got more than just what they had originally. If you're looking at KVJ TV, that's the size of the jets that they're using, and so they're using the power and the money that they have got to make things happen. So this community is really coming together for that.
And our hats off to Nick as well and the whole Mastriani family. Not only because it's just today, they've been running that flight daily, almost multiple trips.
Yeah,
and you think about the fuel and the cost of that, and it's wonderful to see what is coming out of Palm Beach County. And I'm talking just Palm Beach County. There's so much that people don't know and see. The money that's being poured out of this county alone, and the people and the volunteer and the manpower. It's wonderful to see that, not only here, but on the ground there, what I saw for myself.
Yeah, I just love that. That's why I'm very optimistic that we are going to get to our $100,000. That is the goal that we've set for ourselves and for the people here.
I feel like the needle's moving a bit. I feel like there's been a couple moves the last...
We're hearing a buzz in the hallway.
There's a buzz for a very nice donation.
Well, I just checked, and... there's a nice little donation that just came in. We're almost at 30,000 now.
Fantastic!
Yes,
almost 30,000 to the 100,000.
Look at that!
Big thank you to North Point Corporate Center, where we broadcast from. Our amazing building has given a $10,000 check.
Wow!
To Little Smiles to build up West End and the Bahamas to take supplies over there and start getting this thing going.
That's amazing. So the building owner, Axel, the one that you rode the elevator with the other day when you snuck your dog in.
I know.
That's the guy. Yeah. We love that guy.
Did you get in trouble?
No, he's really
he was
cool.
So cool.
Okay.
Although I did have my dog here today, and somebody here that works in the building says you got to take your dog home. So I had to run my dog home today. Chewy. Amy from Bush Wildlife is actually taking care of my dog.
Aww.
She is completely helping me out. So thank you, Amy.
We've really been taxing her today.
We have.
She offered. She's like, you know what? I can tell you're stressed out with Chewy. Let me help you out with that. That's just what she does. We have good people.
We do.
Yeah, we love Bush Wildlife at PTV as well.
They're great.
They do a great job.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you, Axel, our building owner. We really appreciate you kicking it up with that 10 grand.
That's awesome.
Oh, he's incredible.
Yeah, good stuff. Jay, thank you for coming in. I know you're a busy man. I want to keep you all day long. I know you got stuff to do.
Before you leave, get some Bud's chicken and seafood fingers in you.
Will you have a sauce with me?
I will gladly.
You see Jay wired on the news today. Jay looks a lot more alert than normal.
I'm going to be running for the bathroom breaks.
His eyes are bugging out.
I am not tired. I am jacked up on sauce.
Yeah, you're looking fantastic.
I was impressed just watching you.
Jay, you got to come in more often.
I will. Guys, thank you so much for what you're doing. To Little Smiles, to everybody out there who's listening right now. I mean, the need is so great, and I think one theme here is that it doesn't end today. Let's keep this momentum going.
Yeah,
Amen.
Love it. Tell Kelly we said hey.
You got it.
All right.
We'll hang out soon, guys. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Jay. And get those donations in. We're staying at it. It's not just the big corporate ones. It's every little dollar counts to get to 100,000. KVJ Bahamas 244-321. Hurricane Dorian sat over the Bahamas for 48 hours as a Category 5 storm and only moved 100 miles in that entire time.
Shock and horror.
Everything you have, everything's gone, everything.
To help them recover quicker, we are not going to end the KVJ show for 48 straight broadcast hours in an attempt to raise $100,000 cash.
They need to clean this stuff up, and in order for them to do that, the scent, all over, you have to evacuate the people because we can't breathe this thing in, man. Trust me.
Your donations will go directly to rebuilding a small town called West End, the oldest community on the Grand Bahamas.
Everything, a lot of family live in these areas. They died. Nobody survived.
You can actually text and donate now. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. That's KVJ Bahamas to 44321 to donate right now. 48 hours of KVJ.
This is 97.9 WRMF.
It is 48 hours of the KVJ show. The same time the Hurricane Dorian sat over the Bahamas. 48 hours, over 185 mile an hour winds, the gusts in the 220s. Hearing stories all day today. Cashmere from WPTV was just in here telling us what he had seen, some crazy stuff, and just how much towns like Marsh Harbor were just beaten down and there's nothing left. So we're trying to build it back up, and that's why we're in here, and we're right on the threshold of $30,000 on our way to $100,000. So that is the goal right there, and I believe we have an unconfirmed donation that's going to put us over that mark, but we are clawing our way there, and it is the big corporate donations that really do help. $10,000 that had just come in a little bit ago, a platinum donation from North Point Corporate Center. We're proud to have you guys broadcast from our location. Keep up the great work. Thank you, and the whole Hubbard Radio crew for the efforts to help rebuild West End. Thank you very much for that $10,000 platinum donation. That's the way we get there super fast to the $100,000.
Well, within an hour, Buds comes in here, drops 5,000.
And I haven't officially put that in.
So that's not even on. We're not even
that's
counting
not
that.
in the tally. So
You have the check, don't you, V?
I do. I have the Buds check. Yes.
Yeah, with that we're just shy of 35. 35.
30. Okay.
35.
Yo, we make it at the All-Star break before the fall of night.
Trying. Want to thank places like John Smith Subs in Lake Park. They dropped $1,000.
Kevin, know how much damage I've done at that establishment?
Yeah, that's a drop in the bucket compared to what you spent there.
I've probably spent $10,000 there in high school.
Yeah, John Smith Subs. Thank you guys so much. They've got just amazing stuff there in Jbird's hometown, and doing that $1,000 to help us rebuild the Bahamas. We're all coming together. Tell you, South Florida's doing it. We're taking this thing on, and we know, hey, if this would have hit us, and it's just crazy. Somebody texted in a second ago, just to kind of put it all in perspective. The Bahamas is 60 miles from us, out of Palm Beach County, 60 miles away. Jupiter to Boca is about 50 miles. So it's less from what we are to the Bahamas than what Jupiter is from Boca. Somebody texted that in. I'm like, wow, that's how close we came to looking around us. And that's where I just is I look at the footage, when you're watching News Channel 5, and you're just like, wow, okay, if that's what that did to the Bahamas, what would it do here? Will we withstand it a lot better? I mean, you see there's really no vegetation on Marsh Harbor.
Right.
Everything's, so I assume we would imagine going outside where you are and there's no vegetation. None at all. And I saw they were showing on the news some Category 4 built homes and apartment buildings that were knocked down. They were built at a standard for a Category 4. I think 150 mile an hour winds was the standard on there, or 150, 160. Gone. Roof's gone, just gone at that. So they were like, okay. I mean, the standard's going to have to be we have to build for 185 mile an hour sustained winds, 48 hours. It's just unbelievable what they went through. So that's why we're doing what we're doing and hanging in here and making this whole thing happen. So thank you very much.
A lot of energy still. Feeling good. A lot in the tank left.
Yeah.
I got a lot left.
You're looking great.
I feel good.
Good.
Which?
I feel great. I'm laughing at you. You're wearing a donut suit and a jacket made of mustaches.
Don't come in here 2 hours after you went to your HOA meeting and think you can bark orders at me. We've been grinding it. People want to know about your HOA meeting, by the way.
we do need to hear about that. I know people are waiting to find out what happened with Virginia, so she will give you the lowdown on why she was angry driving, how that all went.
Or were you messing with me and we're getting that pool?
I'm not that good of an actor.
No, she's not.
It's via text. You gotta be real bad.
Mm-hmm. So here's what you do. This is the menu. KVJ Bahamas. You want to text that out to 44321. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. If you have a song request that you want, $100, we will play up to a 4-minute song from a major record label that is FCC friendly. $50, you get a shout out. We had a lot of loved ones. I love you, Pookie Bear. $50. That's all that costs you going to the Bahamas. You can do that. KVJ Bahamas to 44321 just for that. For $150 up until 5 p.m., you can spend 30 minutes watching KVJ and come in here. I believe we got Remy out there. What's up, bro? We'll bring him in here in just a few. Maybe play a little fun game with Jbird, so you can pop on up here. $150 will get you that. So those are just a few of the things you can do. And we're going to get the menu up here soon about if you want to see the KVJ show do something. People, I saw somebody just paid $20 to see me eat an entire chocolate cake.
He won't do it, though. Fat Kevin is dead.
No.
$20.
Well, no, I mean, I said there's a price tag on it. I think it's $1,000. Yeah, so,
$1,000 to eat a cake. Oh, my God.
I ate the entire cake. That's big stuff, man. That's big stuff. I don't know if the slim, beautiful Jay Cashmere would do that for $1,000. I don't know.
Some people are saying because we've raised so much money, like, oh, Virginia's got to shave her head or Bird's got to shave an eyebrow because we've reached 30,000. What do you say to those people, Kevin Ralston?
Did what? We got to keep raising money.
They're like, oh, you already raised 30. That deserves at least a shaving of one eyebrow or part of Virginia's hair. That's not how it works.
No, that's not how it works. Yeah, no, I mean, we're, because like I said, if we start doing that, then the donations dry up because they're like, all right, the jackasses are performing for us.
Yeah, dance.
Yes, no, you got to pay for these. I mean, we're doing this for the Bahamas. That's why we're in this. The KVJ show, we are in hour 6 of the 48 hours. We've got 43 hours left in this whole thing. And right now, I'm very happy with what we're doing. We are, looks like probably going to be right at about the $34,000 to $35,000 mark.
Nice.
That we raised, trying to get to 100,000. We're doing 48 hours on the show because it was 48 hours. I mean, can you imagine? How I'm getting a little tired. I'm not going to lie, but here I am, 6 hours into this. If you told me, okay, you still got 43 hours left. And hearing those stories, like the dude that was hanging in the tree and then he looked up and he realized, oh, wait, my finger's gone.
Yeah.
And then you're like telling him, be like, hey, yeah, just hang on. You got just 43 more hours. They'd be like, wait, what? Yeah, so I mean, here I am just hanging in an air-conditioned studio. And
I know, we're like, oh, really feeling the grind here. It's grueling.
Yeah. We can't complain about a thing.
No. Yeah. I mean, these guys are seeing their friends and their family being swept away, and they're holding on. They're fighting for life, and now here they are a week afterwards, no AC, no shade, no roof, probably like not allowed, trying to get food, water, all those kind of, bare necessities, clothes. Nah, they don't have that.
And they're just grateful they're alive.
Yeah.
I love that the spirit of the Bahamian people is grateful and sending blessings back to us here in Florida and thanking us for sending donations to them. That is a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is. So we're going to keep it going, man. We're going to keep cranking until Friday morning, 10 a.m.
I'll tell you what's not beautiful. HOA. Can I get an amen on that?
Amen.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, people want to know here what happened with Virginia's HOA meeting, and somebody saying, look, somebody doesn't even believe this, that we need proof that this HOA meeting happened. I mean, what kind of association has a meeting like that during the day in the middle of the week? Sounds like another pink lie story.
Interesting question and point brought up there.
Yeah.
Well, I put it on my Insta story, so if you don't believe me, go check it out. It did happen, and it did not go my way.
Okay.
What happened?
So basically, there's these older gentlemen. There was 3 of them in the room, and then there was the new management company in the room. And there's another guy on the phone, and he's calling in. I guess he's a snowbird, so he wasn't there, but he's on the panel as well.
Yeah.
And it's a subsect of the HOA. It's called the ACC, the Architectural Control Committee.
Oh, sounds very adult.
It's so adult. It's just awful. But basically what they're saying now, and it just seems like every time I get communication from them, it changes. The first time back in 2015 when I first started this process, they gave me paperwork that said, yeah, go to Martin County, try to get a permit. Well, you can't get a permit without a variance. So I went and got the variance, and then I'm trying to get the permit, but I can't get the permit without the HOA signing off on it. Mm-hmm. And I guess maybe they knew this all along, that I was going to hit this hurdle.
They put you in the blender. They don't want you to have a pool, and so they're giving you the old runaround.
It's called a fool's errand. Remember when Kevin did this to me when it was 2004 and the hurricane said, hey, Jbird, I hear Dan Rather's out by the ocean. Go find him. A fool's errand. I went. I didn't find them.
So, with the old management company that used to be in the office every day, it was a very cool chick by the name of Connie. She sat in the office, and I would go in there and I would talk to her, and I would say, "Hey, Connie, what do you think? If I go get this variance, do you think I'll get my pool?" And she's like, "You know what? I'm crossing my fingers for you. I really think you should do it. It would be great to see somebody be able to get this because nobody's been able to get this." And so to me, that's marching orders. And I'm thinking, I'm going to do this not just for me, but for any of the young families moving in that want a pool.
Aaron Brockovich of the Tequesta. I cannot say that. So hard to say. Aaron Brockovich of the Tequesta area. What is it called? The Tequesta Beaches?
My area is called North Passage.
Okay, the address?
I think you can Google it. But so anyway, what the HOA is now saying is that Connie, they were trying to distance themselves from her, and they're saying she didn't have the right to speak for us. I'm like, you guys hired her. And he's like, I didn't hire her. And I'm like, she worked for you. Like, it got kind of ugly and weird there at the end.
With you?
How did it get weird?
They hired Connie, and so Connie is their agent speaking on their behalf, was what I assumed. Well, they're now telling me, no, that's not the case. That I needed to come find them and ask them. Well, I didn't know that. Damn. I was just going on what Connie told me. Connie told me, I'm crossing my fingers for you. I want you to get this. We're all cheering for you. Well, no, because now they've pulled out this whole other thing now. And basically, if I want to get this pool, I have to get 90% of the people that live in my whole entire neighborhood to agree to it.
Okay, well, what do we do?
That'll be to change the bylaws of the community to say that the setbacks will change. And if I can get 90% of the people in my community to say that, yes, we should change these setbacks, then yes, I'll be able to get it done.
Okay, looks like we're going to the Rapids, kids. That's where we're going.
That's
pool.
it. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, 90% is a high number. There are a lot.
There's a lot of canals around here, too, Virginia. I mean, a lot of swimming options.
It's a fight.
There's an ocean.
It's tough. 90%'s a lot.
90%'s a lot.
But we can do this.
I don't know. See, the old people are going to stick with the old people, and especially the old golfers.
Not for long.
Thank you. One of the guys might not make it till they vote in October. I know that just by looking at him.
Yeah.
But that's what it's going to take. So we're going to have to get on the board. We're going to have to take years to change the bylaws of what's going on in the community. It's going to take for all these old mindsets to die off and move out.
You just described all of Florida, Virginia.
How would you even do that? 90%? Do you get a bullhorn and drive around? Hey, everybody!
Door to door.
I would have to go door to door. And I'm telling you right now, I can say with confidence that I would have 40%. But I can't tell you anything more than that 40.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these people are just, they don't like change. They don't want any construction.
They don't swim.
They don't swim.
No.
It's not their pool.
After the age of 65, you just sink.
They don't care.
They jump in the water.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's tough.
It very well may be over.
It's over.
Okay.
We're not getting a pool.
I'm not going to stop fighting.
Question.
But now there's going to be a lawsuit because I'm going to sue them for all the money that I had to pay for the variance. I never would have got the variance if Connie didn't tell me to do it.
This is a to-do, Virginia. So why stop swimming?
Question. I know this is not what you want, but what if we scaled down a bit? What if we did a good size jacuzzi?
How about one of those like little temporary water slides?
Jacuzzi.
Those things are like a lot of fun.
Well, that's the problem. I can't build anything. I can't build a jacuzzi. I own 2 feet of my backyard with the current setbacks.
Do I own more land than you?
Probably.
Oh, bird. You're a landowner.
You're a renter, though, so no.
You're right. I rent more land than you.
I only own 2 feet of my 30-foot backyard.
That's not a very good backyard.
Now, the variance from Martin County gave me, on top of my 2, 10 more. So then I was given 12, and that's enough room to build a pool.
Yeah.
2 feet is not. 12 is.
Do you think, I know you say they don't listen, but I'm just throwing this out there. Is it possible you've been very lippy on the air? You've talked about this a lot. You've had some digs.
I heard there's a guy on the board who doesn't like you personally. Somebody's uncle.
We're getting back some credible information that you have rubbed somebody. I know it's shocking, but you have rubbed somebody the wrong way.
A lot of people's uncles don't like me.
Yeah, and their sisters and their brothers.
Cousins, too. A lot of cousins hate her.
Yeah, my cousins.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I don't care.
right.
This is not about hating me. This is about progress.
Okay.
And at one point in the meeting, I threw my hands up in the air and I'm like, guys, this is progress. It's going to happen whether you like it or not.
Well, that's how you win
is
them
going
over.
to happen.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely going to get the pull now, Virginia. It's going to happen whether you like it or not, you old bag.
Well, one by one,
You'll
they're
be dead
they're
soon.
not going to be able to serve.
Yeah.
I'm the new face of the next generation of North Passage, whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
They're not going to be here in 20 years. Sorry, I will.
Somebody texted and said, tell Virginia to only mow the 2 feet that you own and see how they like that.
Yeah, really explore that 2 feet. Do something cool with
Oh,
it.
yeah, I could just do so much with it.
Oh, my goodness. All right, here we go.
Well, we have another lawsuit, Kev.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to sue them. I can't eat that. I mean, it's almost $8,000.
You need another illegal eagle on your team. You need some of this?
I need a guy in a mustache jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to get respect. I want to say thanks to Pam, everybody else that's donating. I think Denny's has a different screen than I did. He said so far our donations are at 35,848 of our 100,000 with 42 hours to go, basically, is what we're looking at.
Denny, these numbers right?
Yeah. So I'm adding in donations we've gotten through tangible checks as well, which is why it differs from the one on the Little Smiles page.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got to update her. So we have to add the 5,000 from Buds because that's a check that I'm holding in my hand.
Yep. So once we update her with the new checks and stuff, then we'll be moving back with the Little Smiles numbers again.
Danny, how you holding up with energy?
Oh, I'm doing well. I
Sound
Feel
pumped.
good?
Yeah, I slept. I hibernated for this. I was ready.
Okay. Yeah, you sound like you're just bundles of energy now.
Yeah, high, burnated.
He did.
Hibernated.
If you would like to get in the donations, you could do that right now. Really would like the corporate ones, and if you've got a business, $1,000 is a silver donation. It gets you some KVJ chatter here on 97.9 WRMF. Throw you up on the website as well. $5,000, we'll talk you up. Plus, we'll put you on our Facebook and Instagram, the KVJ. And also $10,000 could get you an in-studio interview and a social media post. You can just go KVJ Bahamas, and you text to donate 44321. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. Hurricane Dorian sat over the Bahamas for 48 hours as a Category 5 storm and only moved 100 miles in that entire time.
Shock and horror.
Everything you had, everything's gone, everything.
To help them recover quicker, we are not going to end the KVJ show for 48 straight broadcast hours in an attempt to raise $100,000 cash.
They need to clean this stuff up, and in order for them to do that, the scent, all over, you have to evacuate the people because we can't breathe this thing in, man. Trust me.
Your donations will go directly to rebuilding a small town called West End, the oldest community on the Grand Bahama.
Everything, a lot of family live in these areas. They died. Nobody survived.
You can actually text and donate now. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. That's KVJ Bahamas to 44321 to donate right now. 48 hours of KVJ. Over $35,000 we've got so far to our goal of $100,000.
Okay.
We'll keep on trucking. Hopefully by Friday at 10 a.m. we will be at the $100,000. That is the goal. There's so many different ways. We're going to have the menu, for instance, of things we're going to do for certain different bids that come in and donations that you're going to make. We just got a donation, $100, that is going to Jbird eating a ghost pepper. That is an online donation to that.
Ooh. That's right. Yes, we are. How much was that one? I forget.
I don't know. I don't have the menu in front of me. I'm still waiting on that one. Hopefully that'll show up here soon. We'll see what happens. But, so we've got that menu. I'm not sure who's putting that together. Suits putting that together? Denny's?
Is Suits back? Did he ever come back?
No, I think Suits is just gone.
Suits is now a fireman. He stayed at the firehouse.
Yeah.
Suits, is he still delivering subs?
Yeah, I think
He
is.
left before me.
He went to California. Suits, can you hear us?
Suits, wherever you are.
Well, you left, and then Suits left.
Yeah.
It was just me and Kevin. We couldn't find Denny's. What's happened?
And people want to know, like they missed Virginia's meeting. Can you tell the whole thing again? No, but you can go back and listen to it because we do have the podcast on this. So what we're doing, you can go check it out. It's going to be a YouTube channel and all that kind of good stuff. So we'll be doing all that. So you're not going to miss anything. It's all going to be there for you.
A common question. Maybe I'll ask it later after it gets a little darker. Never mind. Get a little loopy over here. Well, kids are probably driving home right now. Well,
Kids better not be driving.
3-year-olds, 4-year-olds. They love to speed.
Kids better not be driving home right now, actually. Kids should not be driving at all.
Is school even open right now?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I thought you said you're doing fine.
I am doing fine.
Oh,
I
okay.
normally am this bad.
Oh, okay.
He's right, sir.
Okay, all right.
I feel good with my energy level.
Yeah, okay.
I still got to prepare for Weird and Whatever tonight.
Yeah.
That'll take a knock out of me.
Yeah, boy, it's going to after that sun goes down, look out what's going to happen on this radio station.
I tell you what, though, after Weird and Whatever, it gets real thin with material. It gets real thin.
I don't know. I'm kind of looking at what's coming up here. We got Connect 4 tournament.
But then again, so I have that slated for tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if I'd back end everything because, what are you doing tonight? You might want to front end it unless you got
can play
stuff.
it both nights, guys.
I mean, it's not Name That Nut. We don't want to beat that horse into the ground. Speaking of,
we're ready.
You tease us about Name That Nut, and then you leave.
I've
We're
had
ready.
so many nuts.
Let's do it.
All right.
Are you
we'll get to
gonna
that here.
Are you gonna get hit this time, or are you gonna let the bird take one in the face?
I don't even know how to play this game, so I just want to sit here and watch.
You just close your eyes and open your mouth, and I shoot you in the mouth with nuts coming out of a leaf blower, and they come fast.
It doesn't sound safe.
It's not safe.
I had one hit off my tooth the other time.
Oh, did
Chipped
you?
it.
Okay.
You could hear it on the air.
Well, we've got many different ways that you can donate, different stuff you can get. A shout out is $50. A request for a 4-minute song from a major record label that's FCC friendly is $100. For $150, you can spend 30 minutes watching the KVJ show. We got Remy in there just chilling. Bring Remy on in here.
Remy!
Play a quick little round of Think Fast with Bird. Give Remy a little bit of mic time. He's just kind of hanging out there.
Remy is awesome. That's why I'm going to feel so bad destroying him in this game.
Oh, you think that's going to happen? Okay, Remy, welcome to the studio here. Thank you very much for your donation to the Bahamas. Appreciate that.
problem.
Okay, we're got a game here for you. We're gonna have you take on Jbird. It's called Think Fast.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I've seen y'all play it.
Okay. You're gonna get a crack at the bird here. Watch yourself because he screams. He will startle you and scare you. So be careful on this. That's why he's sitting all the way back there.
I'm feeling real energy. I'm all jacked up on sauce, Remy.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a category and a letter to name something in the category with. Virginia is your judge, who apparently are you on snack break right now, Virginia?
I'm on my break.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, Virginia's on a break, so I don't know if I can get her to judge.
She's been here for 40 minutes.
She's been here, yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'll be the judge. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I had to go grab a Bud's chicken tender because they're that good.
Okay.
Finger.
Oh, sorry, finger.
Okay. All right, here we go. Think fast. First category, it is Jbird versus Remy here. It starts with the letter. Oh, I thought you were telling me.
No.
Okay.
I was waving at somebody behind you.
I mean, she comes in late, and now she's.
I thought she was telling me, don't do this category. I'm like, wait, what's
No,
wrong
no,
with this?
no, do it.
She's waving like, stop. I'm like, why?
I was saying hi to somebody.
Well, it's very distracting. She's over eating.
She's been killing.
I hate to disrupt you to actually be on the radio here, Virginia.
I'm sorry.
Stop. I'm like, what? What are
I'd
we
like
doing?
to apologize to you and everybody listening.
Okay, let me reboot here. Okay, it starts with the letter U, and it is something you shouldn't open indoors.
Umbrella.
Uterus.
Ah! What'd you say?
Uterus. Even though you were slower, I think you should get the point.
Why can't you open your uterus indoors? And where do you actually eventually open your uterus if you can't do it
Only
indoors?
outside?
Very superstitious.
Is that your go-to U word?
I've
heard it before.
Uterus and unicycle.
Unicycle. All right, here we go. Next up. It starts with a C, and it's delicious when you put peanut butter
Corn
on it.
fritters. Corn fritters.
Peanut butter on corn fritters?
Yeah.
Remy, do you have a better suggestion?
Corn.
A C?
Crag. Cake.
Candy.
Okay.
Cake. Peanut butter cake,
All
dog.
right, I'll give it to you.
Sorry, Remy.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
Remy,
I
but
was
I
slow
want
on that
this.
one.
I want it.
If he's yelling out stuff that's stupid, you just yell at something smart, okay, Remy?
I'll try.
All right.
I'll do better this time.
Eat your chicken, you witch.
This is great chicken.
Okay, here we go. This is the tiebreaker final one here. Remy hanging in studio with us here for the KVJ 48 versus the Bird. Yeah, please tuck your nards away for the broadcast. We got KVJ TV on. All right, here we go. It starts with the letter B and just might be something you spy when you look in the sky.
Bunny!
Bird.
Brat! Oh my God! Bird!
If you see a flying
obvious.
bunny, someone has thrown it, and that ain't cool.
Or you're on a lot of drugs.
Flying bunnies, man.
Dang it, man.
Isn't your name Bird?
It is. Too close into it, bro.
Too long to figure out.
Will you eat your chicken and turn off your mic, please?
Sorry.
God. The nerve of you come in here like you own the joint.
Chicken's great.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Remy. We do have some fun stuff coming up here. We're going to do a little Name That Nut. We're going to be doing...
Where's the fun stuff?
Well, Virginia's very excited. She's back now.
Okay.
We couldn't play it before she got back.
You keep talking. I'm going to hunt for that eyeball.
Oh, you
Yeah.
couldn't hit this thing?
We might do some Jbird jock training here on the control board.
Oh,
Yeah, kind of get him ready for the nighttime.
Feeling real good.
Yeah, we'll do that. And CBS 12 is in here. We're going to talk to them as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff to do here. Get in those donations. Denny's tells me that we're over the $35K mark.
Nice.
Yes, which is fantastic. So keep them coming. Here's what you do. We need some corporate donations. Get those babies rolling in here. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. KVJ 48. Here we are. We are in hour 7 of going 48 hours. We got 42 left.
Feels like we've been on for 15 minutes, brother.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Remy popped in here from Fort Lauderdale. He works in Miami, so he's taking some time off to come hang with us today. Just $150 to kind of come up here in the studio and chill out for a while. And the ladies are checking you out.
Remy, you've got the chat room just...
State girl's like, hey, what is going on with this dude? He is delicious. So I don't know what the...
I can't see the chat room, so I don't know.
Okay.
That might be a good thing. It gets a little
Yeah,
vicious in there sometimes. In fact, there's been 9,000 fights in the chat room today.
Yeah. There's some ladies in there pining for you. I don't know what your status is.
Everything and anything.
On anything, but you can go check that out. So, yeah, until 5 p.m., you have got some time to come in here. 150 get you 30 minutes hanging with the KVJ show. Tomorrow we're going to do it again, too, starting at 8:30 in the morning. So if you can't make today, tomorrow you can. Request $100. Shout-outs $50. Denny's let me know we're at $36,122 of getting to 100,000. We're almost a third of the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it, baby.
7 hours in.
This feels good. This is good.
It's the big ones. It's the corporate big dogs that are helping us out. So thanks. I was counting on that. The silver donation, $1,000. Chat about you on the show. Get you on the website. $5,000. Get you on the show. Chat about you. You get on Facebook and Instagram for KVJ, and then $10,000. You get to come in studio. We'll interview you about whatever it is you want to talk about.
Anything.
And a social media post as well. So.
Beefy AJ in the chat room, for example.
Is that his handle?
It is. He says, how much would it cost for a bird to shotgun a claw?
Do we have any more White Claw?
We're out of claws.
I think you drank all the White Claw.
I didn't drink them. You clawed me yesterday when I was bound to a chair.
Okay.
Semantics.
True.
Yeah, I think we're doing everything for at least...
At least triple dig, right?
Yeah, 100.
Digit.
Yeah.
Sorry, my words start to fade out after a while.
Yeah. Metal Beard Dan, he just contributed $100 to Virginia shaving her head.
Okay.
Metal Beard Dan.
I am not surprised.
I love it.
Yeah, we got to get an update on the menu. I don't know.
If I get like a big budget hater, I'm in trouble.
Can we, other than the menu, can we get an update on Suits? I'm legit worried about him now.
Yeah, I don't know. He might be, he's a young Gen Zer. He needs 18 hours of sleep a day.
Denny's, where's Suits?
He's at his apartment sending me the numbers.
Oh,
he's
he
at the
is.
apartment sending me the
He's
numbers.
crunching numbers.
He's crunching numbers,
Crunching.
and he's coming back for the 6th shift.
Oh, okay, that's right. He's on it. He's the night show, so he's taking a little break here today. Gotcha.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting for his update on the latest with the menu items.
Okay. All right. Very nice.
Well, this menu talk's got me hungry.
Yeah.
There's so much buds in
I
the
know.
other room.
I told Kev I'm trying to not eat during the Great 48. No sleep and no eat. I just want to grind
Why
it.
you not
you
eating?
can't. It's not going to be good for you, babe. You gotta.
Don't call me Bay.
You gotta eat and drink so you can keep it up.
You get more tired. If you don't.
Yes, you're gonna get tired faster.
Listen to Remy over here.
Going on pure adrenaline, my friend.
Oh, okay.
Pure adrenaline.
Pure adrenaline. Okay.
100%.
Very nice. I want to say a big thanks to Jim Grimes popping in here, CBS 12. He's in, and when you talk to somebody that's been over there and they've seen it, they've smelled it, every person that we talk to has been over to the Bahamas. I pick up something and I've been watching almost nonstop news coverage on this, and I was at the airport on Saturday, and the CBS 12 crew was heading over to Nassau to get in on that. And Jim, have you had a chance to pop over to the Bahamas?
Yeah, just a big thank you, by the way, for letting us come over here and be part of this.
You.
I got to say, what you guys are doing right now is exceptionally awesome. But I'd rather see you after about 36 hours, see how everybody's holding up. It's still, sitting in your chairs.
You come back whenever.
I will. As far as heading over there, we were there on Friday of last week. We went with that group on the cruise ship, and very eye-opening what we were able to see. And I know you probably talked to people who were part of that trip. We did get a chance to go a little deeper into the island on the eastern side of Grand Bahama, and it was pretty devastated. I always tell people that when you see the video or the pictures, it never fully does the justice to what when you're there and seeing it for yourself.
What would you say is the one visual, smell, story, whatever that really stuck out, for you, that you said, okay, that's maybe something you haven't seen on TV that I'm gonna take home with me?
Wow, that's a great question. You know what? Something a little more intimate. After we had taken so many of these people aboard, these about 1,100 Bahamians came aboard that night. They had been waiting hours in the hot sun. And when I say hours, I mean they were out there since we had gotten into port early that morning. They weren't really able to fully get on the boat or the ship, I should say, until about 5 o'clock at night, when they were able to get food and be in an air-conditioned environment. Seeing families sitting at the dinner table together was pretty awesome.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah. I mean, when you see how gracious they are and just kind, and they're just a really wonderfully spirited people over there on the islands. And I think that just seeing the children with their grandparents and their moms and dads, it was really awesome to see that. And you thought to yourself, man, can you imagine going a day without water or electricity? In the United States, we've got a great infrastructure here. But let's face it, we might be a little softer than other countries, because I feel like, and that, I'm not, that's not a bad thing.
No, I
mean,
get
I
it.
just know for my own self, if I go over to the faucet and turn on the tap, I want water. They had no water. When we would drive through neighborhoods, people would be asking us for water. It just wasn't getting there. I think they're doing a better job right now. So there's a lot of people down there. The U.S. Marines are down there. There's a lot of people from this country who are doing a yeoman's job out there. So
big time. Yeah, over 3 million so far, 11 million in supplies that they've sent over there to the Bahamas, and Floridians especially are doing a great job right here in South Florida. And our audience, you guys are already doing an amazing job of getting the supplies and sent over here. And so thank you so much for that. And that is a great story. And that's why we're in here trying to get to $100,000. So
amen.
Thank you very much for coming in, Jim. And I got to tell you, man, these TV people, they look like they come out of a mold, don't they?
Another guy with amazing hair.
All right, I'll take the compliment. I joke because I say, as long as I have this, maybe I'll have a job. But the hair on the head. But
God has taken you and he sculpted you out of clay.
You have great hair. You got great hair.
He really has.
I joke about it. I came back to South Florida. I grew up here. I came back about 7 months ago to PEC. I love the family there. It is a terrific station, terrific news operation. If you haven't, if you're looking around on the newscast, check us out, Channel 12. I'll be on tonight at 5 o'clock, 5, 6, and 11.
Nice. Good heavens, all night long.
Best of luck. Let us know what we can do for you guys. I'm rooting for you, man. 48 hours.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And come back. You're more than welcome.
CBS 12. Yes, absolutely. Anytime you guys want. All right, get in those donations, baby. We're doing it right now, trying to get to 100,000 by 10 a.m. on Friday morning. It's KVJ Bahamas. Text to 44321. KVJ Bahamas to 44321. Shout-outs $50. Requests 100. Come chill with us for 150, and then the big corporate donorships as well, anywhere from 1,000, 5, or 10. Hit us up, KVJ Bahamas to 44321.